to click the mute button. I'm just wondering if there's a...
No, you can just click the mute button. That's probably the best way to do it. Hello, YouTube. I'm Lloyd. This is the channel DM. I'm going to be running a game today to celebrate the fact that I got 200 subscribers. So thank you, because if you're watching, you're probably one of them. I will be running a game in the Vladgravia setting, which is something I've made up. It's a sort of grim setting, full of monsters and monster hunters, a place of oppression where the peasants are poor and the nobles are rich, and it rains all the time and there's never sunlight, and it's just not very nice. So the players today, they are going to be part of an adventurers guild. Several months ago, a group from your guild of relatively unexperienced people were sent up here to go check out the area because they had heard of disappearances happening in Hunter's Vigil, which is a town on the edge of a really huge forest called Bitterchill. That group didn't come back to the guild. They never returned. And so all these months later, they decided, okay, we're going to send our crack team, our best squad that we've got, really, and that's you guys. So you are, I mean, level 8 is pretty powerful in the world. You're well known, and you've been told to go up to Hunter's Vigil, check it out, see what the situation is. There's been rumors about vampires in the air. This world, or this setting, Vladgravia, used to be run by vampires. The Vladgrafs is what it's called, Vladgravia. They were this ancient, powerful vampire family that used to run the country, but they were defeated in a big war and haven't been seen since, until recently, I guess. So, I'll get everyone to introduce themselves and their characters, just who you are, what your character is, that kind of thing. So we'll go the same order it went, so left to right on my screen. We'll start with Charles, please.
Hi, I'm Charles. I don't have any special things to plug, but I'll be playing Tully Starscream, Halfling Bard, and his backup, the Meteorites.
Perfect. Okay, Mike.
Hi, my name's Mike. Also, no channel to plug, except for Jarl DMs. And I will be playing Torin, a Dragonborn barbarian.
Perfect. Sam?
I'm Sam. I have a Twitch channel, None of the Bees 28, Twitch TV. I'll be playing Era's level 8 Paladin.
Perfect. You there, Matt? No. Okay. Tom?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you are? Okay.
So, so today I'll be playing Yorick Magnar, also known as the Blue Mountain. He is a 2nd level fighter and a 6th level cleric, and I will be plugging my new channel, the tabletopcafe.ca, and also Jarl DM. He's the one that got me started at the Tabletop one-shot group, and yeah, his games are awesome, so I'm looking forward to this, and let's do it.
Alrighty. Tom?
Hey, yeah, I'm Tom. No channel to rep, but I will be commanding Anton today, the fighter paladin. Happy to be here. Vladgravia was the first game I ever played on the OSG channel, so it's good to be back for round 2.
Excellent. And Dominicus?
Yes, my character's name is Xin, and he's a level 8 monk, and got no channel to promote.
Okay, sure. So, as I was saying, you guys have been asked, or told basically, by your guildmaster to head up to Hunter's Vigil and see what the hell happened, because a group were sent up there and they didn't come back, and that's a little troubling. So you have been traveling north for a couple of weeks, and the further you get north, the more, it gets darker, it gets colder, until you're kind of within a couple of miles of Hunter's Vigil and there's just no sunlight, and it should be daylight, but it's dark. Cloud cover is 100%. It's raining most of the time as well. And as you arrive, well, it's pretty horrifying. You see a lot of destruction. The buildings have been pretty much burnt down, and in the town square there are hundreds of people that have been either crucified or impaled, just all over the place. Some of them are lying on the ground half-eaten. Destruction is total. There's nobody left that you can see. you kind of walk through the town a little bit, and you walk past just the doorway, the stone doorway that's left of the temple of Amanator, the sun god, and you see that above that is crucified the priest, and he kind of croaks when you approach. "Ah, help me!"
Immediately, Anton would take to a knee and take out a healing salve from his right coat pocket, having once in a very long past life been a doctor and seeing many wounds like these. He would place a finger to the man's lips, silencing him, and attend to his work without any attention to anything else that is happening.
Sure. Okay.
Yorick will be lumbering over this scene, actually watching it as well, but not doing anything to help, just sort of observing overhead. 6'7", gigantic humanoid with a long blue beard and a long red cloak.
You, Anton, you can kind of help the man out relatively okay. He's been crucified, so his legs are broken and his arms have been pinned to this cross. But you're able to get him down without, hurting him any much further. And you can put some healing salves on him and stuff, and eventually he kind of calms down a little bit. And he says, "They came here and destroyed everything. They came from the forest."
Torin, or I'd like to say, who came here, old man?
The wolves, the dead. They killed everything. They burnt everything.
Anton would look up to his guild members, nod slowly in understanding to them, and then he would lay the man down and say, "Trouble yourself no longer. We will tend to this. Sleep now."
They came from the east, the old castle. And he looks and his eyes widen, and then you hear snarling behind you. And turning around, you'll see 5 big, brutal-looking wolf men. Huge, easily 7 or 8 feet tall, massively muscled, with just snarling faces and drool falling from their mouths. And one of them says, "You should not have come." And then they all howl and they charge. So we'll kick it off with a bit of fighting here. So I'll have you all roll initiative, please.
That's a 20 for me.
And
Yeah,
that's
that's
a
22.
19
14.
in the chat.
and that's a 6 for me.
Okay. Okay, so I've got Zin on 22, Tully on 14, Avery's on 20, Wolves on 11, Taran on 6. So I'm missing. Did you have it in the chat? You did. Excellent. I'll get it there. Okay, 19 for Dark. Okay, well, first anyway, it's going to be Zin. For Shin.
So how many of them are there?
There are 5.
Alright, so basically, are they within 30 feet of me?
Oh yeah.
Alright, so basically what I do is Xin doesn't take his weapon out yet. Basically what he does, he mothers up his energy, his ki, with his hands, and he basically does like a Kamehameha thing, you know? And like a big air fist flies out to one of them. And what he does, I believe he does a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength saving throw. It's going to be
He's 14.
Okay, they get a 15, 12 plus
Can I
3.
use cutting words on that? I haven't used it before, so I'm not 100% sure that it applies.
Possibly. I'm not sure exactly what that does. I think it's a reaction that you use to, lower a saving throw?
Any attack roll, ability check, or damage roll, I can use my reaction to expend a bardic inspiration and subtract the number from the creature's roll.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Alright, cool. So subtract 6.
Okay, then it hits.
Yes.
Alright, so basically the Wolfman, right?
Yeah.
Is pushed 20 feet and knocked down prone, and he takes 3d10 damage.
Ooh,
And
nice.
that is 22 damage.
Okay.
And Xin kind of ends his turn there. Thinks he does enough.
So the wolf gets smacked with his fist of air, knocked into the air, crashes into the ground 20 feet away, and then kind of shakes and gets ready for his turn eventually. Ares, you're next.
I'm gonna charge the closest one in line with me and take 2 swings at him.
Sure.
So I draw my my blade composed of light and charge the closest one. Oh, the 15 there is my initiative, so 16 and 9, but it's plus 10.
Jesus, yeah, that'll hit.
And it's 1d8 plus 9 radiant.
Okay, so go ahead and roll it.
So it's a 13 and a 17. 30 damage.
Okay. Tell me what happens. You hurt him quite badly. He's not dead, but he's in bits.
Okay. Well, we'll say I just cut off one of his arms and slashed across his chest then, leaving like a faint glow on each cut.
Okay, very nice. Yorick, you're next.
Okay, what's the distance of the closest one to me?
They're all about 30 feet away, and then
Okay.
one of them is 50 because he got knocked on his ass.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so Yorick will lean forward a little bit. His long blue hair and braided blue beard penetrating his red cloak, and as he does so, you see that on his brow, on his left eye, is a massive protruding metal piece. In its center, in place of an eye, is a coin with a face on it, and all at once the coin flips. On its other end is a face with a scratch right through it, and the coin flips back to the face side, and he smirks, taking his lumbering figure forward about 15 feet. He looks one of the closest wolves in the eyes and says, "Oh, you are going to tell us what happened here, boy, and you are going to leave this place." And he's going to try to intimidate the wolf, growling as well.
Alrighty. Go ahead and give me a check for that.
Sure. Intimidation strength, right?
Intimidation is charisma.
Oh, charisma. Okay, cool. So that is. So that'll be 11. So the wolf laughs.
So the wolf looks at you and snarls back. We came here and we ate them, and you will be next.
Okay, cool. And with that, he's going to move another 5 feet forward. So he's 10 feet away from him. Clearly not afraid.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. Tully, you're next.
Alright, so Tully whips out his violin or fiddle and snaps in the air and commands his retainers that are a decent ways back from the combat but within visual range. And they all do the same, and they all pull out instruments, and they all start playing. And Tully points the fiddle at the group of wolves and strikes this huge, discordant off sound chord, and it goes out, and it causes a shatter spell in the center.
Nice. Okay. So I think they make a Constitution save. Is that right?
Yep, a constitution. Every creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point must make a Constitution saving throw, or take 3d8 damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful save.
Okay. What's your DC? I think 2 of them probably failed. 2 of them made it.
The DC should be 18, I believe. 10 plus 5. No, it's 8 plus proficiency plus ability. So 16.
Okay. Yeah, so 2 of them fail, and 2 of them make it. What's the damage?
Rolling. Did I use the right die? Shatter. 3d8. Yeah, cool. Alright, so 18 damage.
Wow, nice.
Man, I must have done more drugs than I thought earlier.
So the knocks them down as well, doesn't it? Shatter knocks them down and away, I think.
No, I think you're thinking of Thunderwave.
Okay, sure. So this big note strikes and the wolves get smacked. You see like their fur pressed flat from the sonic wave. One of them nearly falling to his knees, but still active somehow. The rest slightly annoyed, but seemingly still okay. Okay. It's their turn now. So the one that's quite badly damaged, who's in front of Ares, is going to swing for him. He's going to make 2 attacks. Okay, one of those will hit. It's going to be 6 plus 3, 9 points of damage to Ares.
Grand.
Claw slices into you. Okay, so then the one at the back will charge forward. He'll also run at Ares, seeing as he's the most obvious target. He'll swing twice as well, and he'll hit. No, he won't. He'll miss. He's trying, and he can't get through your armor, or you're dodging. You're quick, aren't you? You're not heavily
Yeah,
armored.
I'm dexterous, yeah.
Yeah, so you're just dodging out of the way. Then the other 2 will rush forward and try and take out Xin, because he did some serious damage with that air fist. So rushing forward as quickly as
I
they
have
can.
Cloak of Displacement, so
Okay.
actually I appear a bit on the side where I actually am, so they have disadvantage on the rolls.
Sure. Okay. So the first attack will miss. Second attack will maybe hit. 16
Is a hit.
is a hit. Okay. So that'll be 13 points of damage as a claw slices into your side. The next one will rush forward and try and attack, and that'll be another hit.
And my bonus for the cloak is over.
No,
Because
it's every attack, I think.
no, if I get damage, I don't get it until my turn again.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay,
and
well-
when it's my turn, it's gonna be right.
sure. So this.
So
guy
how much
will-
damage?
So the first one was 13. This one is going to be 7, so 20 total so far, and then one more will attack. And he'll miss. So that basically 2 of them run up and attack twice. Okay, that's it for the wolves. Then we've
Nothing I
got.
can handle.
So Taran, you're next.
So you see Torin with his cloak made out of a single massive black dire wolf, and he looks at it and pets it a bit and says, "I cannot wait to add one more skin to my growing cloak." And he just starts to rage and just starts like pounding the ground, and he pulls out his greatsword and looks at it and says, "Shunath," and this flames start licking up the side of the greatsword, and he rushes in and he charges at the first wolf he can see and makes an attack.
Sure.
And that would be a 10.
Hang on. No, you are 1 short.
Of course. But I do get a second attack, so I guess it's like a 1, 2. So that would be a 13.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. And that'll be 12 damage.
You're missing a dice there, I think. It should be 2d6 for the greatsword and 2d6 for the flame tongue, I think.
My apologies.
No problem.
Well, that certainly helps.
Okay, so 13 then?
13, sir.
Okay. Alright, so you slice with your gigantic flaming sword, wham, into the side of one of them. And it howls in pain. Then it'll be Xin again.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
Alright, so there are 3 of them around me, right?
There are 2 in front of you.
Oh, 2.
2 at Ares, and one of them is running up.
Alright, great. So, do they look about equal health, or one of them looks a bit more wounded?
The guys around you both seem fine.
Alright. So, well then, I
There's one
basically
at,
take out my quarterstaff. Take out my quarterstaff from my back. And I just pound with it, and it is followed by 2 punches.
Sure, go ahead.
So, I roll 3 attacks. And they all have +6 to hit. So it's a 13, a 11, and an 18.
3 hits.
3 hits. Alright. So, I do 1d8, 2d6. Yeah, sorry guys, new to the system.
It's no worries, man. Don't worry about it.
So it is 11 plus 9, so it's 20.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. It was just basically martial arts, kicking their butts, and well, nothing more to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like Jackie Chan shit.
So Anton springs into action because I forgot him.
Not to worry. Those of you who have fought with Anton before actually recognize this as a pattern. He, as far as a character, he looks about 95 years old. He's just this ancient, weathered husk of a man, yet able to astonish with his dexterity and quickness and the lightness at which he's able to move his body despite the creaks and groans and snapping and popping of joints that accompanies, his day-to-day just getting around. So, lightning fast, without even really making much motion at all, he draws his shield and his ornate rapier and springs forward towards the first lichen, making 2 quick attacks with his rapier. So does a 13 hit?
Yes. You just need another
Okay, so that's
hit.
all right. Cool. So that's 2 hits. So 24.
24. Bam. Slice him up. Okay. Yeah, they're looking pretty rough now after that round. So, Ares, you're next to go. There's 2 in front of you.
Alrighty, I'm gonna swing for the neck of the one that I damaged first.
Sure.
That's a 28 to hit.
Oh, yeah. That'll just about do it.
Yeah, maybe. And then 1d8 plus 9, so 12 radiant damage.
Okay. 12. It's exactly enough.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, nice. So you kill him. Go ahead and describe it.
Okay. The blade gets more of like a golden hue as it can sense that he's near death. And I grab it with 2 hands with my shield attached to my left arm and just swing my entire body, taking his head clean off. It sails about 20 yards. And then straight bringing the sword back going for the other one. And that's 19. Oh, 29.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's all I did. Oh, 10 damage.
Okay. All right. Then it's Yorick's turn.
Okay, there's one left.
There are 4 left. Only one is dead.
Okay, so the three that are in front of him, Yorick will step forward a heavy step as he drops his shield in front of him. On the front of the shield, you can see the picture of a smiling woman carved into its wooden face with large, long antlers. What a religious person might identify this as is as a dual depiction of both Bashaba and Taiki, Lady Luck and Lady Doom. Leaning down towards his shield, Yorick Magnar whispers in Sylvan, "Well, I got a growl in. Perhaps we should turn the odds in our favor." And then he looks at them, and the coin on his eye flips to the scratched out side, and he's going to cast Bane on the 3 closest.
Okay. So, do they make a save, or I think they just have?
With Bane,
D4
it is I think it's a wisdom. Okay, so yeah, they make charisma saving throws.
Wow, that is not their best stat. I'll be honest.
Okay. And just give me 2 seconds to check the target.
Okay.
So that would be 13 target. And that's three of them.
Yeah, 2 of them actually make it.
Yeah, that's a miracle.
That is a miracle. Yeah. Even with a -1 to charisma, 2 of them make it. So, but one of them is affected by your bane.
Okay, so it would be the closest one to me, just for flavor reasons.
Okay.
Whenever, so yeah. So anytime they make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, which is up to a minute, the target must subtract a d4
Okay.
from the attacker saving throw.
No problem. Tully, you're next.
Cool.
There we go. So Tully will stop playing for a moment while his retainers continue to keep up the melody, and he just starts yelling at one of the wolves. You guys, there's no way you guys came through here and killed all these people. It was more likely a pack of baby coyotes than you guys. I don't buy it. And use vicious mockery on one of them, whichever, it doesn't really matter, whichever one's like medium injured.
Okay.
DC 16 wisdom saving throw.
No, he critically fails. So I'll let you roll an extra dice for damage.
Ooh, fancy. Alright, cool. So that's 8 psychic damage, and the next attack he makes is with disadvantage.
Okay.
And I'm also using my bonus action to grant inspiration to Torin.
Then it'll be Anton. Now that you're in the actual initiative order.
Great. So continuing, not even skipping a beat, Anton will move. I'm still engaged with the first werewolf, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, Anton would then take a dueling stance right next to Ares, bringing his shield up and stabbing forward twice at shoulder height, aiming for the werewolf's neck.
Perfect.
And you said 11 here, so yeah, that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 17.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you stab it in the neck. It's pretty pissed off about it, but it's still standing. Then it's the wolves. Ugh, they're in bits. Okay, so I'll say the one with disadvantage is the one who is fighting Sin. He's going to try and swing. Now he has disadvantage.
D4.
Doubled.
And yeah, all right. Let's see. Okay, it's 14. Okay. Yeah, I want to say he misses because he not only has disadvantage from the bard thing, but also from the cloak thing. So I feel like he's probably not going to hit. Okay, so he kind of swings and he hits something near you, but it's not you. He just can't focus what's going on. That's his first attack. His second attack, it's a critical failure. Okay, so he actually like smashes his fist into the ground and like, and I'm gonna continue his disadvantage because of that. So
was it possible for me to use up my reaction to step on his foot and try to break it? Or to step on his hand and try to like break it?
Sure. If you roll high on a dexterity check, I'll let you do it.
Alright, just plain dexterity, right?
Yeah.
17.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled in real dice, sorry.
I heard it. It's okay. So yeah, I'll say that you'll have advantage on your next attack against him because he's too busy shouting in pain. Okay. Then the next wolf will run forward, and this one will try and swing for Anton. He'll attack once, and Bane. So he'll get he's going to miss. And then his second attack. So is it Bane on each attack or the first one? It's each, isn't it?
It's any attack and saving throw.
Okay.
Until the duration ends.
So that'll be 14 plus 3, 17. Will also miss. Okay, so he's no good. He's swinging wildly, but he's not able to concentrate with this Bane spell on him. Then we've got one more in front of Ares. He's going to try and swing twice for Ares, and he misses dramatically, really dramatically. Werewolves not getting their shit together. The other one that was running that had been hit by the air fist, he charges forward and tries to swing for Ares as well with 2 attacks, one with each claw, and he'll miss twice again. Okay, grand, good. Okay, Tyron, you're next.
Okay. So continuing my rage, I go charging up to the nearest wolf again, and I just make another 2 attacks.
Sure. You've got Bardic Inspiration you can use.
So I have advantage?
No, it's not quite that. Are you a Lore Bard or a Valor Bard, Starscream? Lore?
Lore.
Okay, so then you can't use it for the damage, but I think you can use it for the attack roll. If you want.
Oh, okay.
You can basically roll your d20, and then after you roll it, before I tell you if it hits or not, you can add it.
Okay. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
I'll hit.
Excellent. And that's just all damage all the time.
Oh wow. Yeah, that is all day long.
All day long and twice on Sundays. All right. So 10, 15, 21.
Wow. Okay, hang on. I'm just doing some calculating here. I think that's going to kill him. Oh yeah. Yeah, you kill him. Go ahead and describe it.
Sure. So as he runs up, he takes his great sword and swings it low and slices like the kneecap, like both his kneecaps wide open. So he like falls to the ground, and in a rage, he takes his sword, stabs it in the ground, grabs the wolf by the back of the head, and proceeds to continuously ram his face into the blade until there's nothing but a bloody, pulpy, scully mess.
Very nice. I believe you have another attack.
And then, of course, recovering from that quite quickly, I'll just go and run and attack the next wolf that's closest by.
Sure thing.
Now, if was it just the D8 on the next one, or on all subsequent ones?
Just the next one.
Okay. Okay. Apparently, the ramming affected me a little bit more, and I'm one off once more.
Okay, killer. Yeah, unable to focus after the brutality, I guess. Xin.
I have a question. Do I get only one bonus action?
Yes, you have one bonus action a turn.
Right. So the guy with the cracked hand is still next to me.
He is, yeah.
Right. So I make 2 attacks. Actually, I make the first one that has advantage.
Exactly, yeah.
So 14 is not gonna hit it.
14 will hit, yeah. But you should roll with advantage
14
on
will
your
hit.
first attack. So you roll the
This
dice
was
twice.
an advantage.
Oh, it only showed one for me.
Wait. So, all right. So I have to roll one more. All right. That's no problem. So, okay. So I hit it and I deal 1d8 plus 3, so 5 damage.
Okay.
And I have an extra. I have another. That doesn't kill it, right?
It does not kill him, no.
So I have another attack. I have to clear these, right? Okay. One.
That's a hit.
What? Okay. So that's another. I'm confused.
Chaos.
That's a d8 plus 3. That's a 5. And after that, I kind of put on my hood, and I use my bonus action to cast dodge, which is part of my by spending a key point.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you have dodge. All right. Then it'll be Ares. There's two of them around you who are just failing to hit you over and over again.
Alright. I use my bonus action to cast Divine Smite. It's just has an extra 2d8.
Divine Smite is a free action. It doesn't cost you a bonus
Oh,
action.
free action. Excellent. Right, so my blade starts to turn like a deep red, a blood red, as I swing at the legs of the guy who I attacked last turn. That's 18.
Yep, that'll hit.
And it's 3d8 plus 9. So that's, 26? No, 16 and 9, 25 damage.
Okay, that'll take him out.
Grand. And then I'll bring my sword back up and try and take the head off the other guy.
Yep.
That's a 17.
That'll hit.
And then 16, 25 again.
Okay. That one's still going, but barely.
Great.
Yorick, you're next.
Okay. So Yorick looks at one of the baned individuals and will step towards it, just like in a very casual walk, and will do an upswing of his battle axe,
Okay.
trying to catch it upside the bottom of the chin, and that is 12 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so that is 13 damage.
Okay, very nice. 13 will kill that one. He will-
Okay, so as he brings the battle axe up, and he all casual in doing so, it almost looks like it took no strength in his arm to do this, and he just splits him right through the mouth, coming out his nose.
Nice. Okay. There's only one wolf left. He's in bits. Tully, I will offer you inspiration if you let him run away. So this is something I took from Fate. where you can offer fate points to let certain things happen. So if you let him run away, you can have inspiration.
All right, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go for that trade.
All right. So, ready to strike again with your excellent guitar or fiddle chords. You see this poor disheveled werewolf who's like badly broken, and he just like looks, sees his chance, and sprints away into the forest.
Can I chase him?
No, you cannot.
Tully had just remembered that he left some mushrooms in his coat pocket, so he's about to strike another chord, and it's like, oh man! He pops a couple of mushrooms back.
So, after that ruination of those werewolves, you're standing in what's left of Hunter's Vigil, and yeah, the old man told you the castle is where they came from.
Cowardly beasts, Anton will say, wiping the blood quickly from his rapier. Looking to his party members, he says, well, gentlemen, it appears east is our direction.
How many people in the town are still alive? Like, would it be viable to like gather them all up and do a song of rest, and they can
looks
like
like,
potentially,
Looks like zero. Like nobody's left.
except for the priest guy?
Yeah. Like if you imagine there's like a town square and it's just covered in like impaled and crucified people. There's nothing else. And just like
No.
smoke and nastiness.
Can I tell which way is east?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna start walking silently, stoic look on my face. Just gotta finish this job.
Okay. So
Oh man, what's your hurry?
I'm a one. Or I have an Outlander background, and I have a feature called Wanderer that I have excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of the terrain, settlements, and general features. Would it be possible to kind of use it in our advantage when going to the castle?
Sure. So you know that you have to go through Bitter Chill Forest, which is this huge forest in the northeast of the country. And you guys would also know that thousands of years ago, this is where the bad guys came from, where the vampires lived, where the werewolves came from, and would like rush down into the kingdom and kill everything and kind of ruled the place. And then this hero called Swiftblade appeared, and he fought them back. He burnt the forest away, most of it, and built this castle called Swiftblade's Redoubt on the eastern part of the forest. And then they built Hunter's Vigil here to protect. It's kind of the only way out of the forest into the kingdom. They protected that area from the monsters, but then slowly the forest grew and grew and grew, and they kind of stopped caring about it because there were no monsters, and then suddenly there were monsters again, and now there's no Hunter's Vigil anymore. So you know, if you go eastwards in the forest, you'll eventually get to this castle that you're looking for.
Tully's gonna be like, guys, what's your hurry? I mean, there's no bartender. That means there's as much ale as we can drink. So we already defended the town. Let's take a little break. It's good. It's good.
I'll turn to him.
Hey,
Buddies.
my monastery training doesn't allow me to enjoy alcoholic beverages.
A man of
That's
like
fine. I've got other things you can take.
trivial matters.
I'm kind of with Ares on this. Just get this done.
The place also stinks of
I
dead
don't-
bodies and rotting flesh. It's probably not a good place to hang out.
We must purge the land of evil.
Tully puts
Drink
his
on your own time.
All right, fine. Bunch of killjoys.
Maybe next time.
You let that wolf go. He will bring others. We take the fight to them. We bring it to them. We kill them all. And then we leave.
Hawking an enormous globe of phlegm, Anton will look to... sorry, Charles, what's your character's name?
Tully.
Tully. Hawking his glob of spit will say, we drink when we're done. We'll proceed to march off.
Tully kind of hangs his head and starts slinking his feet that way, summoning his retainers. No, stop playing.
You make your way into the forest. It's dark. It's really dark. It's probably noon, but it's It looks like it's like 6, 7 p.m. in the winter. It's dark already. It hasn't been sunny or even seen daylight really for a couple of weeks since you got kind of this far north. And you walk through the forest, and you make really good time with Xin's knowledge of the wilds. You
I'm
see a
gonna
couple times as you're walking creatures in the wings, so kind of flanking you. You see like eyes looking out, but they never actually approach. They just kind of seem to follow you. Um, and every time you kind of rush after them or try, and they'll just split and run away, and you're unable to actually get any of them. But they're definitely following you, kind of keeping an eye on you as you walk through the forest.
gonna hold up Sunblade to give us 30 feet of bright light and an extra 30 feet of dim light.
Yeah. It's hard, like, even in the forest, even with the sunblade, the tree cover is so thick that it's actually hard to get any sort of real light going, but you are very bright anyway. You and your very immediate surrounding.
Over this course, do we effectively take a short rest?
Sure, yeah. So it doesn't take you that long, maybe a couple of hours, and you see it up ahead, this castle. It's black, smooth stone, and there's like a single tower. The whole thing is covered in gargoyles. It's really sort of gothic looking, very dramatic, huge windows. Yeah, it looks doesn't look too inviting. You see that was once like a fortress, but it's kind of mostly crumbled down now. There was once a big wall, and as you approach, you can see there's a couple of like gaps where just rubble exists, and you can climb over that no problem. Everywhere you look, this ancient kind of once stone fortress, there's just like moss growing on everything and kind of roots cracking through the stone. Nature is definitely kind of reclaiming this place for itself. The courtyard's empty, broken, again, rubble all over the place, and you can see ahead of you a single enormous door stands in front with a moat in your way. It's probably about 50 feet across, and there's no visible drawbridge or anything like that, and if you look down, you cannot see the bottom. However, on the other side, there are 3 columns, big kind of columns, that are standing there, and there are words scratched into the columns, and they're glowing slightly. However, it's hard to read them from here, so who's got good vision?
I've got +3 perception.
Okay, go ahead and make me a check.
Alright.
Nailed it. Okay. So you see a bunch of writing written there. And kind of hard to understand what it says. It doesn't make much sense. I'm going to put it in the side here. I'm going to read it out. It says, an invading vanquishing army swept across the land. Quick as lightning, conquering everything, quelling all resistance. With it came darkness, banishing the light. People hid in their houses, while outside, the army shattered stone walls. Countless soldiers smashed into the ground. Yet with their death came life. When the army vanished, advancing like the wind, their blood nourished the land, leaving it green and refreshed.
So basically, I read this out loud to the group, and while I'm reading it, there's like wind howling around.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
Can I
guys
make
think?
a religion check to see if I know anything about any myths or anything pertaining to this?
Sure.
At the same time, I'm gonna make a history check.
15.
So, what was it, Sam?
16.
So the two of you are pretty sure that this is not referring to an actual event. It seems to be some kind of riddle.
Great. Okay. Invading, vanquishing army swept across the land. I'd assume that's the fire.
Can anyone deal lightning damage? There's
another one on a different column. This one says, "Step on the bodies of those still living, they make not a sound. Step on the corpses, they groan and growl."
Anton would slowly begin chuckling to himself, a slow kind of guttural laugh that builds into a kind of a deep, low register. And he says, "Huh, leaves, eh?"
One of the columns just falls across and covers the way across. You could probably try and balance your way across, but you figure if you got the other one, it would make a much more steady platform.
Torin thinks for a second. Water? Like rain or something.
Second one falls.
Well done, boys.
So you're able to walk across these columns, and the gigantic door in front of you swings open silently, welcoming you in. And just as you walk in, it starts to rain. You hear like the pitter patter of rain. Just as you walk in, and as the door opens, it starts to lash rain. Just as you enter the building, you enter into this really grand entrance chamber, and you see that the place is actually very clean. There's no dust anywhere on any of the furniture or the many statues, the portraits that decorate the walls, the curtains that are everywhere. The place is gorgeous. The floors are mirror shine, and there are this dramatic staircase. I'm sure you've seen it lots of times in movies. It's two staircases that lead up to the top. They kind of come together at the top. And at the base of each one, there's this incredibly ornate suit of armor, wearing this sort of fur cloak. You can actually see that inside the armor, there's like a human skull. They're identical on either side at the base of the stairs.
Just to pique Tully's interest, he'll hesitantly go up to one of the statues.
The suits of armor, yeah.
Takes his quarterstaff.
Can I cast Detect Good and Evil here?
Yeah, you can try.
Good. Yeah, and see, duration. You know if there's an aberration, celestial elemental fire, fiend or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where it's located.
Grand. So you begin to chant your spell just as one of the cloaks flies up into the air and rushes at Tully. So, Tully, go ahead. I'm going to make an attack against you. As this thing just flies up, this cloak flies off the statue and rushes towards you.
Cutting words!
It's a surprise round. You won't get to do that, but I think it's going to miss anyway. I'm not sure what you're... I'm going to check your AC here. Oh, no, it is going to hit. So you'll take 9 points of piercing damage, and it attaches to you. So it like rushes forward, and so there's some sort of mouth on the bottom, and it bites into you, and it attaches onto you. Wraps around your head, and you are like unable to see or actually breathe at the moment. Okay.
Jerk.
Now we'll roll initiative for everybody.
Okay, I got 5.
I've got a 26.
A 26 for him. Okay, Anton, what did you get?
16.
16. You got a 6, is that right? Yorick?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, Ares.
23. Sorry, I muted.
No worries. Taran.
15.
Thank you. And Tully.
14.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, first to go is definitely Xin.
So can you quickly run through what are the enemies exactly and where are they in
So far,
location?
what's happened is you've walked into this hall, and Tully went up to look at the suit of armor. And as he was looking, Ares began to chant a spell of detect good and evil. And as soon as he opened his mouth and started chanting, the cloak flew off the armor and attacked Tully, wrapped around his head, and he's standing there going at the moment.
And there's a second one just like that.
There's another unmoving suit of armor, yeah.
All right, and it also has a cloak of similar sort.
It does, yeah.
Well, am I within 30 feet of that statue?
And no, you're not. You'd have to move.
How far
you,
is?
you could get there.
All right, I have 45 speed. I bet I can. So
can get
I moved that I'm within like 25 feet of it.
Okay.
And I just once again do a Kamehameha air fist thing right to the statue, attempting to maybe knock it down because the attack pushes.
Yeah.
And the statue has to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. So you're not the one that lost the cloak, the other one that hasn't moved yet, right?
Yes, that one. Just get it off before it does anything.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. So it's a 14, and it should be pushed 20 feet and knocked prone. I'm not sure how it's gonna work with the statue.
Yeah. So you do, and the thing gets can't go 20 feet because there's a wall behind it. So it goes into the wall.
Then additional damage should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it in the spell? Because otherwise I'll give you an extra
No.
2d10. I would say.
Extra 2d10. Oh, that's great because it's not in spell. I'm confused.
So the last two, so I think it's 8.
Yeah, it's 8 and 6. It's 14. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you smash this statue with your air whip just right into the wall, and statue. I say statue. It's actually a suit of armor. Boom. And as it kind of falls, you see the skull that's in the helmet fly out, and like it's covered in these green flames, and then the cloak detaches as well and starts to fly around the room. The armor starts to get up, red glow inside of it. So it looks like these are actually 3 separate creatures that were set here to guard the place. Okay.
So who took the damage?
The armor took the damage.
All right.
So, Ares, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Compelled Duel on the cloak that's wrapped around Tully's head.
Okay. What does that do?
It's you attempt to compel one creature into a duel. One creature that you can see within range must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand. And then every time it tries to move away from you, it has to make a Wisdom save.
It makes the save.
And yeah, damn it. But then I'm gonna try and slice it and not Tully.
It's a spell of bonus action?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So you're going to swing at this cloak, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get pretty high to hit it. Hit it, not him.
Questionable move.
25.
Okay, yeah.
So that's 11 damage.
Okay, so actually, if you wanted to attack it, you have to like do a special action to do that. So if you want to make a strength check to remove it, you can do that, but you can't. Like if you attack it, I mean, okay, let's just do it and see what happens.
Okay.
So, what did you do? How much damage?
11.
Okay. All right. You slice it with your sword, and it stays attached. It just kind of goes.
Okay.
Stays attached to poor Tully. Um,
And then, am I? He's right next to the armor, isn't he? So yeah, I'm within range of
yeah,
him.
he's very close to the armor. Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm gonna take a swing at the armor as well.
Okay.
Just starts lashing out wildly at things. 15.
No, that'll miss.
Okay.
Bounce
problem.
harmlessly against the armor.
Crap. Alright, that's me done.
Okay, no problem. The cloakers go next. The one that's on Tully will let out this horrible moan, and I'll need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw. Unless you're immune to fear. I don't think anyone is.
Are paladins not?
No, you're immune to disease. I don't think you're immune to fear.
Okay.
The coin in Yorick's eye is going to click and flip to the smiling face, and I'm going to use a luck point.
Sure.
I failed.
That's a 17.
So your target was a 13. Anyone who got over 13, you're fine. Anyone who got under, you're frightened of this thing. You have to move away from it on your turn.
Okay, so I fail.
How does that work for Tully?
Yeah, you can't move away. I think you're probably not affected by it.
Would he just poop his pants?
Yeah, maybe he just poops his pants. Yeah. Could also be the case.
That's unrelated.
Yeah, that's a different story.
That's true.
Okay, sure. So then the other cloak that's floating through the air rushes forward, and it's going to, let's see, who moved forward? Ares is going to try and attack you. So that's a crit. That's good news for me, bad news for you. So
No, don't worry about it. I got 64 health.
9, 11, 12 plus 3, 15 damage there, Tully. Or not Tully, Ares.
Sweet.
Oh, I've made a mistake. No, I haven't. Okay, yeah, it doesn't attach to your head. It does attach. It did attach to Tully's head because it was a surprise. So it bites you, but it doesn't actually attach to your head. It tries to, but it's not able to. Okay, then it's Anton's turn.
Okay, I'm going to run up parallel to Zin, draw my guard arm, bring my shield out in front, and make 2 quick piercing attacks at the suit of armor
Okay.
that Zin smashed. Okay, critical miss, and 20.
Okay. Is your rapier magical?
Yes.
Okay. That's important. So, let's see, a critical miss. So, you'll stab it once. Roll your damage.
13.
Okay. And the second time you go to hit it and you're unable to pierce through it, and you like let go of it for a second and it'll drop on the ground, so you're disarmed.
Okay, can I use an action surge to rearm myself that turn?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, so lightning quick, he drops to his knees, snatching it, coming up, doing a full 360, and trying to, bring his shield up to catch the numbing blow.
Okay, perfect. Taran.
So Thorin grabs a great sword, fire shoots up again, and he just points at one of the suits of armor and goes running, charging, screaming at it.
Perfect.
And that'd be a 22.
That'll hit.
So that'll be 20 damage.
Okay. Did you go for the same one that the other guys are fighting, or did you go for the other one?
Sorry, I went for the other one.
Okay, sure.
That still had.
Okay. Nice. And you have another attack, I think, right?
Yeah, and I guess I'll just swing at him, swing at it again.
Sure.
I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
It's
That'll hit.
20. Well, that's not quite as good, but 15 damage.
Okay. Very nice. So yeah, you just start wailing on the suit of armor with your flaming sword, cutting through, and you think you think if it could make noise, it probably would, but all the same, it kind of reels back in pain, but no noise escapes it. Tully, you're next.
All right, so if I try to feed the cloaker some of my drugs, what effect would that have?
It's a good question. So currently, it's bitten you probably on the side of the head, and it's wrapped all the way around. So you'd have to like wrench your arm up there to get it off, I guess. Okay. So if you make a strength check to get it off, you could definitely do that.
I don't want to do that. What is that? What effect does it have on my spells? Like, if I have a verbal component, what does
You
it
can't.
do?
You can't.
I can't
speak.
cast spells. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, then, I guess I will try to. Can I make a acrobatics check to try to escape?
It has to be a strength check.
Okay. Well, then I will try to wrench the drugs into its mouth,
Okay.
and I'm going to use my inspiration.
Sure. Okay.
All right. It's going to be bad.
Is that a sleight of hand check?
Oh, nice. Okay, so you wrench your hand up there, and with strength you didn't know you had, you just rip this thing off, and you shove a handful of mushrooms into its mouth, and you push it away from you. Nice work.
Excellent.
Okay,
It's so exciting.
nailed it.
And
Absolutely great.
And I'll use a bardic inspiration on Torin.
Okay.
Kill these things! Chop them up!
Okay, so the suits of armor, almost in unison, raise their hands into like an attacking stance, and swing. So, let's see here. Longsword. Okay. So the first one is going to swing once at Anton and once at Zin. Actually, both at Anton, because he attacked him most recently. And I think one of them will hit, so that'll just be 6 points of damage to Anton as a longsword cuts into you.
Okay, I do have a 21 AC with the shield out.
Oh, well then it misses. So yeah, you're too quick for it. Then the other one will rush forward and try and attack Torin with its longsword. So 15 and 17 to hit. Turn 17. Okay, so one of them will connect, and we'll do 10 points of damage.
Would that be to me or?
Yes, sorry. So when you're away, the animated armors rushed forward, and one of them swung and hit you with a longsword. But if you're raging, you'll take half, I think. So then the skulls fly up into the air, and they just suddenly become wreathed in fire. And one of them opens its mouth and throws a ball of fire in your direction. So let's see, who hasn't moved yet? It's just Yorick. So it'll throw it in the direction of the Helmed Horror where Anton and Xin are. So you guys will need to make a dexterity save.
Does this have a half damage?
It does.
On a miss?
Yeah.
Alright, then I have half damage on a success and no damage on a miss. That's
Okay.
a smart feature.
I'm probably going to take full. That's an 8.
Okay.
I got... Oh, 16.
Okay, so you don't take damage, but Anton. Oh, Jesus. Okay, you'll be taking 32 points of damage, Anton, as a fireball explodes where you are. You see that Xin throws himself on the ground and ducks out of the way and just ducks under the wave, and it doesn't seem to affect the armor at all. It just kind of, he seems to absorb the energy and not have a problem with it. But yeah, you'll take 32 points as the fire just explodes into you from this fireball. The other one on the other side of the room will do the same thing where Ares and Torrin are, and Tully. So you guys will all need to make a dexterity save. DC is 13.
It's 15 from me.
I have a ring of evasion, and I rolled over 13. So
Okay. So that'll be half for the two lads, and I think evasion lets you take none, right? Oh man, that's so much damage. That'll be 36, so half of that will be 18 to Torrin and to Ares. So 18 points of fire damage. You hear the skulls cackle maniacally as they float in the air. The armor seems to have taken no damage at all, but the cloaker, on the other hand, has been almost incinerated. The one that was on top of Tully. Okay. Then it'll be Yorick's turn, finally.
Okay, so so Yorick is actually going to use his turn to surveying the chaos that's going on. He's actually going to snicker a little bit and put his head down behind his shield, and he's gone. Invisibility.
Okay. Nice.
And that'll last 1 minute.
Sure, no problem. Back to the top with Xin.
Right, now where is the second cloaker?
The second one attacked.
Not the one that is with the Tully.
The second one attacked Ares, so it's on the same side of the room. So
Yeah.
you and Anton and one skull and one armor are on the right hand side of the room. Everything else is on the left hand side.
What is so how far behind the armor guy is the wall?
Like a foot behind him.
Then can I shout to Anton, duck?
Yeah.
Would he be able to duck as
No.
they do a...
He can try.
What do you think, Anton?
What are you trying to do?
Is it worth it to throw another wind punch at him? Because if he would hit the wall, he would take a 5d10 damage if it's the same as last time.
No.
Unless
I'll give him falling damage. He would take 5d6 probably. No, he would take 2d6 because
Right.
it's 20 feet. But yeah.
So 2d6 extra damage, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? No, I cannot attack a friend. So then I just take out my quarterstaff and I run up to the heavy armor guy, and I think that we should take him out first and then go for the flaming skulls that are mocking me. So basically, what I do is I make 3 attacks by using a key point. So I first of all fling with my quarterstaff. It is followed by 2 kicks.
I think
They all have plus 6.
I think that you're missing out your self attack.
Oh yes, and I have an extra attack. Oh, that's true. Thank you. So that means I do 4 attacks by using a key points, and they all have one of them critical misses, and then there is 2 19s and a 17.
Okay, so you need a 20
And
to
one
hit
of them is
the
with a
thing.
quarterstaff. So none of them hit.
None of them hit.
So I'm just like flinging around, beating on his armor, and not doing any damage, right?
Yeah, basically you're like ping, ping, and you're like unable to like hit through. And at one stage, with your one, you punch him in the armor, and you just Jesus, and you'll take like 3 points of damage from that as you like smash your hand into the armor. This thing seems to be literally just so tough, and you're unable to penetrate with any of your swings, unfortunately.
That's why I was going for the wind punch.
Ares, you're next.
Seeing as I've got the cloaks immediately around me, even though I really want to just go for those skulls, I'm just gonna Searing Smite. Hold on. Divine Smite, as as a free action, and then I'm going to attack the cloak on full health, twice.
Okay.
Actually, no, sorry, I'll attack it once and see how that does. So it's 21.
It'll hit.
And 3d8. It's 9. So it's 20 damage.
Okay, still going.
Okay, then I'll just whack it again. Oh, 11. What a critical miss.
Critical miss.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Let's see. What hilarity will it do as you swing your stone blade at this cloak? It'll just have advantage to hit you next turn. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, after Ares, it's the cloaks. One of them tries to rush back down and attack. No, it's actually going to go and try and hide. Let's see. Okay, it's just gonna. I don't know. It's gonna swing its tail at you, Tully, and see if it.
Is this the one that's been mushroomed?
Yeah. It hasn't kicked in yet. So I think it's probably gonna miss. It's definitely gonna hit. It's an 18.
Yeah.
So it'll take 1d8 plus 3. So you'll take 7 points of damage as the tail smacks you. The other one is going to rush at Ares because it's got advantage after he missed so dramatically. Okay, that'll miss. That's the cloaks. They actually then will try and fly away, so you'll both get an opportunity attack.
Oh man.
So Ares, you make one, and Tully, you make one as well.
And it's a 19.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit. What about you, Tully?
Oh,
One.
Okay, right.
17 damage.
Because I didn't have a weapon out.
Okay. So you're just like flailing ineffectually after this cloak. That's fine. We'll leave it there. So you did 17, right, Sam?
Yep.
Yeah, that'll kill one of them.
Yeah.
The one that's trying to get away just cut through it with your sunblade. The other one kind of flutters away up into the roof, into the darkness. Okay. Then it is Anton's turn.
Brilliant. Having recently been disarmed, quite embarrassingly, and endured a fireball, his big, wide, sort of tall-brimmed hat, still scorched and smoking, Anton would return to the suit of armor and continue stabbing, trying to reach the joints. Okay, that's a crit, and
Nice.
I doubt that 12 would hit.
No. So the crit will do. Just roll your damage dice twice.
Sweet. Okay, so that's a 9 plus 5. 24 damage.
Okay. Very nice. Then. Tauren.
And sorry, I'd like to use a bonus action to regain. Do second win, regain.
Second win? No problem.
Great.
Okay, Tauren, you're next.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hit that suit of armor again until it's completely destroyed.
Sure.
I did say try.
You have the inspiration from Tully, so you can add a D8 to that.
Oh, right.
Ugh. Probably not going to do it.
Well, it tried.
Yeah. And you have another attack, though, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, oh, that's a lot better.
Yeah. Okay, so what's it's more than 20 then in total, right?
Yeah, it was 25.
Grant. Okay, so you can go ahead and roll your damage.
So that's 17 damage in total.
Okay. Ooh, shit. Okay, yeah, so you hit this thing, and you slice into it, and you pull your sword out, and it kind of starts to... and explodes. So, Ares, Torin, go ahead and make a dexterity save.
Oh, shit.
23.
Okay. What about you, Torin?
Ah,
Just a dexterity save?
my bad.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's not quite a fireball, but it's still something. Um, okay, so you'll take, Torin, you'll take 19 points. Actually, I think, yeah, you'll take 19. And you'll take 8, Sam. Or 9, sorry.
That would be half, though, right? Because of resistance.
It's only on like weapon attacks that you get resistance as a barbarian, unless you take
Okay.
the path of the bear. But I think you took frenzy.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, that's a big explosion. That suit of armor explodes. It does hit the one next to it, which takes some damage. It hits the flame skulls, who don't care. Then Tully, you're next.
So there's. Remind me what's still alive?
Okay, so the cloakers have vanished up into the way high up into the roof somewhere. One of the suits of armor just exploded.
Right.
So there's one suit of armor that's quite badly damaged, and there's 2 flame skulls just floating around in the air.
And how far are all those things away from each other?
From each other, one of the flame skulls is about 20 feet in the air near the armor. The other one is on the other side, about 20 feet up in the air. And the armor is about 30 feet away from you.
Okay, so I could designate like a point in space and hit the skull and the armor with shatter.
How big is the... They're 20 feet apart.
Hmm?
The armor and the skull is 20 feet apart.
Right, so it's a 10-foot radius. So in the center is 10
Yeah.
on each side.
That would work. Yep.
Okay, great. Then Tully will pull out a pair of cymbals and just smash them together and say shatter.
Okay.
And as long as let me read it. A creature of inorganic material, such as stone, crystal, glass, or metal, has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay. So I'll make this save for the armor. It fails. And the skull also fails.
Cool.
Does it take extra extra damage for being a construct?
No, it's just disadvantage on the save.
Okay.
It's 3d8. 16 damage.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. And I will spend another bardic inspiration on Torin again.
Okay. Heaping honors upon Torin. Very good. Tully, then the armor goes. The armor is going to walk forward, and it's going to try and swing at Anton, seeing that he's not feeling so hot. So it's going to swing twice. It'll hit once for 6 points of damage.
Roger.
Okay. Then the skulls will go. Okay, so one of them will point its eyes at Xin and will attack. It has disadvantage to hit you, so it'll try that. Wow. Okay, that's just the best roll of all time. It'll hit you anyway, and you'll take 3d6 fire damage as fire shoots from his eyes. 6, 7, 8. Okay, you'll take 8 damage, Xin, and then it shoots again. 16. Will it be exactly enough? And then you'll take another 10. So 18 total fire damage to you, Xin. The other one, searching for the weakest target, will sniff out that Torrin is feeling a little bit woozy, and will attack him twice with its fire eyes. Wow. Jesus. What's your AC, Torrin? 17. Wow, it's going to be 2 hits, so that's going to be 9d6. It's double for the crit. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Torrin.
At least it's a lot of 1s and 2s.
Yeah. That's 27 there. So it basically looks at you and its eyes just erupt in flame and just shoot down at you with these beams of fire, and blasts you like right in the chest, right in the shoulder. I assume you're not feeling too hot then, or maybe you're feeling very hot. That could be the problem. Yorick, you're next.
Okay. So yeah, I asked in chat. Basically, does invisibility give advantage on attack rolls?
Yes,
but
it does.
despite bringing me out, I mean, invisibility.
It does.
Okay. So behind one of these flaming skulls, a massive, lumbering, blue-haired man, looking like what a dwarf might look like if he was a human, reaches forward and attempts to not grasp the skull, but a few feet away from its flames, press into it. So that would be...
Okay, the issue is the skull is 20 feet up in the air.
20 feet up in the air, okay, so...
Yeah.
Okay, that changes it a little bit.
So the skulls
Okay.
basically immediately flew up into the air and then started raining down fire from up there.
Right, okay. So, so with that said, he's going to appear within 30 feet of one of the skulls. Oh, sorry. There's still an iron golem, right?
Yeah, suit of armor.
Yeah.
Still hanging around.
Yeah. Okay. So the suit of armor, he will be his target, and basically it's going to be the same effect. So he's going to appear behind the suit of armor, and press his hand right on the back of the thing, and cast inflict wound, which in this case would probably be a deteriorating armor effect for descriptive reasons. So let's do it with advantage. So that'd be 19 to hit.
That will not hit.
Okay.
You need a 20.
So he puts.
You have advantage though.
That was with advantage.
Oh wow.
Okay, so he puts his hand up to this suit of armor and channels his divine energy to shatter it, much like his companion did, but nothing happens, and he cocks an eyebrow and looks at his shield.
Okay. Then after Yorick, it is Xin again.
So the armored guy is still in here, right?
He is, yeah.
Well then, I just have a question. How high could a normal is the height how much you can jump correlated to your speed in any way?
How high you can jump, I think it's to do with your strength, probably. You could do acrobatics to jump pretty high.
Yeah, because I have a feature where I can double my jump.
Okay.
And one more thing, how far is the ceiling above the
Oh,
flame?
it's really high. It's really, really high. It's like maybe 100 feet up.
Because could I theoretically jump up in the air maybe with my double jump, and then while I am jumping do the air fist thing? Would that reach it?
Yeah. Well, you could, if you're trying to hit a skull, they're only 20 feet away, so you could hit it from the ground. But if you wanted to jump up into the air,
Oh,
you
wow.
could,
That's true.
yeah.
That's true. I don't even have to. But would it be able to jump in the air and push the flame skull to the other flame skull?
Yes, definitely. It would be difficult, but I'm all for it. I think it's a good idea.
I'm 100% doing that.
Okay.
So basically, I use one key point to just strengthen my legs, and there's my alt key goes to my legs, and I squat for a second, and then I jump up but twice my height, and then as I'm jumping, I'm leveling up at least a little bit with the flame skull, and as I'm jumping up, I just have a fist ready, and I just go like this, and it just becomes bigger and bigger. It has this aura of wind around it, and it just flies forward in the form of a just wind fist right into the flame skull's face, and it has to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, I think it probably fails. What's your DC?
A 14.
Okay, yeah, it's got a -2 to strength, so it fails.
Oh, that's right. So basically, it takes 3d10 damage, and it is pushed 20 feet and knocked prone, which it cannot be, I believe. 3d10 damage, I'm sorry, not d8. So I deal 18 damage. And how does the hit thing work?
Okay, I'll tell you now. 1 second. Okay, so you smash it with this wind fist, and it flies across the room and into the other skull. It flew 20 feet. I'm going to say that's 2d6 damage to both the skulls. So they'll take 5 each on top of what happened. So you basically smash this skull into the other skull, bam, and they just go, and they're just floating around each other, clearly fighting and arguing now that they're like in the same space. But you can't understand what they're saying. They're just kind of making weird noises. Ares, you're next.
So would you say they are within 5 feet of each other?
Of each other, yes.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on the two of them.
Moonbeam. Okay. Do you have to be outside for Moonbeam?
I don't think so. I'll have a look now.
I'm not sure either. I just wondering.
Doesn't say.
Okay.
But it's 2d10 radiant damage and save. Con save.
Okay, they'll both make one. Pow, 19 and 16.
It's 2d10 radiant. So
Can you
they
use cutting words on the 16?
Sorry?
Can you use cutting words on the 16?
Yes. What does it do? It's he rolls again, right? Or it's a D4 less or something.
It's a D8 less. Or, wait, I'm sorry, I have to check. I thought it was my Bardic Inspiration die.
It might be. I haven't played 5e in a while. I might practice there.
Too much of that Numenera.
Yeah, your Bardic Inspiration die.
Okay, so go ahead and roll it there. Roll me a D8.
Five.
Okay, so yeah, he'll fail that then. So, what was the damage, Sam? 6? Give me a minute.
6 radiant, yep.
Okay. So one of them will take 6 because he made the save. The other one will take 12 because they're vulnerable to radiant. So you like raise your sun sword high, and this beam of light comes down, and they're just like melting around in the sun, the radiant energy. They fucking hate it. One of them actually will die and explode.
Shit.
But they're 20 feet up in the air. You're actually safe. Big sort of explosion happens, but none of you are hit in it, and there's just one skull left there, and the one helmed horror who seems to be just hanging around, guys.
Does it hurt the other skull?
Sorry?
Does it hurt the other skull?
No, it's fire, and the skulls are made of fire, so they seem to be okay. So then it's Anton's turn.
Interesting. Having just witnessed a series of massive explosions go off, Anton is going to look sort of like without much enjoyment towards the suit of armor that is sort of bearing down on it, and he will strike. He'll strike twice, going directly for the empty socket of its helm.
Okay.
Okay. 26. 24, sorry.
Yep, that'll hit.
How's this? What's this thing looking like?
Sorry?
I can't really tell. What does this thing look like?
Oh, it's looking pretty rough. It's basically this enormously ornate suit of armor, but the glow has lessened, in the cracks, and the armor itself is dented in many places and stuff, so it's looking pretty bad.
Fantastic. I'm going to use my Divine Smite to do some extra radiant damage. So, level 2. Ooh, big numbers. Okay. 24, 27, 32.
Okay, yeah. You end it, so go ahead and describe it.
Fantastic. Well, reminiscent of the scene from Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, Anton stabs his rapier directly into the face hole of the creature, and the armor begins to scream as if a soldering iron has been pressed to it, and smoke and basically start to crumple as he wrenches it out and closes his eyes, anticipating the boom.
Yeah, there certainly is a boom. As you pull your sword out, the armor kind of crumples on itself, and then there's like a pause, and another explosion happens. So I'll have you and Xin make a save, a dexterity save.
Dexterity, that's the best save.
9.
God, Anton.
Yeah, the old bones really aren't doing him any good right now.
Yeah, he's not the quickest lad.
Oh, that was the first one, so it was 8. So
Wow.
I probably failed. Was that a thing that would be half damage?
It was a dexterity save, so if that's how it works, then yes.
Yeah,
So,
but would it have been half damage if I failed?
yes.
So I take half damage on a success.
Okay, so you take 9, Anton takes 19.
Alright.
Okay, seeing all this destruction, Anton, Torrin, you're next. There's just a flame skull floating in the air at the moment.
Sorry, to retcon a bit, and potentially screw my own character. Did I have to make a dex roll?
Oh, you attacked it. Yes, please do.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, you might have forgot.
No, it's okay. I just gave myself damage potentially. So that would be 12.
Okay, so you'll take the 19 points of fire damage.
Yeah. Thanks.
You can have some inspiration for the honesty there.
Just what I wanted.
So, Torrin, it's your turn.
So I have a look at the floating skull, and I'm just messed up, just totally fucked right up, and I cough up a little wad of bloody phlegm, look at it with hatred, and I grab a javelin out of my back, look at it, gob a huge wad of bloody phlegm on it and launch it as hard as I possibly can right at the skull.
Nice.
And inspiration. That would be a 19.
Okay, that'll hit it.
Not for very much. That would be 6 damage.
Okay. Sure, you smack this thing with the javelin. You kind of swings past it. You see it cut like a gap in the flames for a second. Yeah. Then, after Torin, Tully, you're next.
Okay, sorry, I was thinking about the javelin attack. Tully will just extend a hand up towards the skull and mutter some kind of strange words that he'd learned once upon a time, and use Eldritch Blast, and 2 force beams will fly out towards the skull.
Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and roll them. Okay.
10 and 23.
Okay, 23 definitely hits. 10 misses.
All right. D10. 6 damage.
Okay, very nice. Slowly but surely, wearing this thing away. Okay, the armor is dead. The skull. Skull will look at Tully, who most recently attacked it, and will try and blast it with eye rays. So 18 and 10.
Cutting words?
Yeah, how many dice do you have left?
That's what I'm using my counters for. So
Okay, sure.
so 2.
So you're cutting the 13, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
28. 3.
Still a 16 then.
Yeah, that's still a hit.
Okay. So one of them will hit for 8 points of damage, fire damage, blasted with an eye ray. But the other one goes wide. Then Yorick, you're up.
Alrighty. So frustrated at his recent turn of luck, but happy his companions have been bold enough to change the tide of battle. He turns on his heel and looks at the flaming skull and plants his shield forward. A spectral image of a lady in a dress with massive antlers driving forward towards this flaming skull, and that will be a radiant guiding bolt.
Ooh, nice.
Here we go. That's at regular. No, we'll do that at level 2. Okay, so that is 17 to hit.
Nailed it.
Okay, so 17 to hit means 5d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 15 radiant damage.
Yeah, you kill it because it's double, because it's vulnerable to radiant. So go ahead and describe it. You blast this thing to hell.
Absolutely. So this spectral woman with the antlers comes whipping across the scene and actually envelops the flaming skull, putting it out with her arms around it as she ushers it slowly to the ground. Just a fizzling, defunct, flaccid skull.
Mm-hmm. There's no explosion from it, which you would expect it to happen, but it doesn't happen.
Oh.
Okay, Yeah, so the Guardians are defeated, it seems, apart from those cloakers who seem to have run away.
Yeah,
So
did I not get one of them?
You got one, yeah.
Okay.
Have those mushrooms kicked in on another cloaker yet?
He could potentially have, yeah, but he's definitely not around.
He's outside wandering in the forest, feeling the trees.
Man, cloaker, bro, you gotta taste this wood, man. I can taste brown. So Telly suggested we all take a short rest.
That's what I was going to say.
That's your plan? Take a rest?
Take a short rest.
Um,
Put our
in
backs against the door and.
I sort of.
Sorry, go ahead, actually.
It's fine. Now I just want to say that I basically sit down. The way I do short rest is that I meditate.
Sure.
Because I have to get my key up again. And also heal.
Mm-hmm.
I've been forgetting something very important about this.
So with Song of Rest, I can give everyone an extra D6 on top of whatever they heal during the short rest.
Okay, so for anyone wondering, with a short rest, you are able to spend your hit dice, which is, for depending, it's whatever you roll for your hit points. You can spend as many as you want. You can spend them one at a time. So you roll, for example, Tauren, you would roll a D12 and you would add your Constitution modifier. You would get that many hit points back, and if you're not happy, you can roll another one, and you can roll up to 8 because you're at level 8.
Oh, so you can roll it 8 times until you're satisfied with the result, or do you get that many back?
But no, you spend a dice each time. You have 8 D10s because you're a paladin.
Okay.
So every time you roll one, you spend that one.
Okay. Grand.
And now my retainers will start playing a very somber, sweeping, soothing tune.
Yeah, I completely forgot this when we were being damaged by magic there earlier. I have Aura of Warding, which you and friendly creatures within 10 feet of you have a resistance to damage from spells.
Right, that would have made quite a big difference.
Yeah. God damn it. This is what happens when you get level 8.
2 fireballs dropped at you there.
Especially when you're level 8 where you
So
haven't played before with that character.
Yeah, it's a lot to take on. I think especially spellcasters are quite tricky to take on when you're new to the game. But I mean, any game is tricky when you haven't played it before, So, I'm just going to take a quick break and run to the bathroom. If you guys want to get a drink or something, we'll continue when I come back, right? So call it 5 minutes.
Perfect. Thanks.
Just really wanted to say thanks, you guys, for your patience. I'm still kind of feeling out D&D, well, in general.
Oh, hey, no worries, man. You're not.
Plus, I mean, playing with a level 8 character, I've never done that before. Like, I've done a lot of one-shots with level 1s and level 2s on Dawnforge Cast's channel. So this is the first time I'm actually playing, like, in the big leagues. So it's like, shit, how do I drive this fucking Ferrari? So it's kind of like a new...
Yeah, the learning curve is kind of steep once you get up into the higher ranges.
Oh, yeah, that's one way of putting it. But let's see if I can have a 3-minute cigarette, so be right back.
Yeah, okay, I'll race you.
How is your healing going?
Oh yes, I get all of my bardic inspiration abilities back.
Yeah, exactly.
You get all your key points back.
I got all my key points. Yeah, it's good to go. I'm max HP, and I still have two hit dice. I mean,
I still
I
have 5 dice.
I regained like nothing, but I didn't use. I used a surprising amount of spells considering how little I did in combat.
yeah. Uh, did we have like a limit for how much potion of healings could we get?
5.
For that much money we could have gotten. Ah, I got 5. Perfect.
Yeah, it's five.
I
Five.
haven't used them yet. Makes sense.
Um,
I have 2 vials of poison.
what was
When
I?
it comes to that.
Um,
I don't,
so
like I didn't really like have any, like I didn't look over the things too much like on what to get with my gold. So I got like a spyglass.
yeah,
Yes, because it costs a lot of money.
Right,
All that
I
it
got
does, it
11,000
magnifies things twice their
spyglass.
size.
um,
I still have 1,450 gold, and my flaw is that I don't get the concept of money too much. So I don't know how that plays out.
does anyone is anyone really badly hurting? Like Thomas, maybe? Thomas's character?
He spent a bunch of dice there. He's probably okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot I could
short
spend this
chest is
dice.
good.
So everyone's
It
okay?
depends on how much do we got left.
5, so 3-roll it again. 8.
I do have some healing spells. It might be in character to cast them.
I'm actually going to use 20 points from my lay on hands.
Yeah. Okay, so everyone's pretty good, eh? Go to level 8.
Almost full.
They're like it's one of those regenerating marks in the game where you can pretty much sustain yourself in a lot of combat.
Yeah, that's different.
Well, that's okay. More spells for damage.
Yeah, how much spell slots do you have left? Like a nice amount?
I got 2 first, 2 second, and 3 third, but I also have a magic item that I've yet to use that's helpful, and I'm a pretty heavy hitter as well.
No problem. Short rest basically does everything to me.
Yeah, clerics kind of get the short end of the stick on the short rest.
No, I'm a monk.
Yeah, most casters get a tough time on short rest.
Yeah.
What?
I need to start using my hexes.
Yeah, Hex is excellent.
I had a situation with Thomas will be back. This happened in our game. His computer just funks out sometimes.
Okay.
Basically, oh yeah, what I was talking about is the hex discussion. Lloyd, how do you rule it? Does it affect saving throws? Yes or no? Because it's in writing, it does not.
Let me check it. I haven't really seen it used much.
Most people, like in a lot of character builds on the internet, for like the first wave of them, assumed that it affected saving throws, but it's been
No,
it's been
it
hard
says ability checks.
skills. Yeah.
It specifically says ability checks. It doesn't say saving throws.
Yeah, exactly. So okay.
It's
So-
specific.
Yeah, and that lends a little bit of value to bestow curse, which is a third level spell.
It's still great though. The extra 1d6 necrotic damage. It's basically like Hunter's Mark.
Hex,
Yeah.
Hex is badass for a first level spell.
hmm
Hey,
I think a lot of the
around offering
warlocks.
people, if you're interested in some pipe weed or
sweet leaf.
I'm gonna say, I think a lot of the warlock spells are quite powerful. Like it makes up for their low amount of cantrips or
Yeah.
no cantrips.
They get less spells.
They get a lot of cantrips, I think.
They get only 2
But they
spells
get
per day, though.
cantrips through invocations.
They get
That's it.
rest, which is the difference. But a lot of spells are very powerful.
Oh,
So what's the time for you guys? In
10 o'clock.
Yeah, just 10 past 10.
10 past 12, 10 past midnight.
Oh, wow. Where are you?
I'm 3 p.m.
5 p.m.
wow, we're all over the map here.
Mm-hmm.
I know Thomas is different too because he's in BC.
Yeah, me and Lloyd are in Ireland, and then it's... Where is everyone else? There's...
I'm from
Eastern
British Columbia,
Europe.
Canada.
Oh, you're from BC too. Okay, Thomas. Oh,
Thomas, who isn't here at the moment, is BC Canada as well.
yeah.
Right on.
And Zigmas, where are you from? Where? Oh. What's going on?
I'm from Toronto.
Hey, go Leafs.
What about you, Dominicus? Where are you from?
Go Raps.
I'm from this tiny little state called Lithuania in Eastern Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I know. it.
That one.
If you can hear me, mine's bugging out, so I'm going to be RB.
Okay.
Thomas. I'll send him a link.
So we're waiting for Thomas, right?
Apologize for this technical interruption here.
I'm Tom.
It's okay. Your 200 subscribers are very happy, Lloyd.
Well, Charles, you're a bard. Start singing some elevator music or something.
I'm playing a bard. I'm not a bard.
Really? No? Oh.
Some jazz.
Riding off the rails, it's a crazy train.
Fucking no.
Like it.
Okay, we got Thomas back.
Oh, he's back.
Can you hear me, Sam?
Yeah, no, I can hear everyone perfectly, but
Hey, sorry about that.
Yeah, we can hear you as well, so that's no problem. Okay, so you guys take your rest. At the top of the staircase is another door, and other than that, it's just a big kind of square room that you've walked into. But other than that, not much else that's worth looking at. Walking up those stairs.
Oh, I lost him.
Yeah.
He'll be back. Walking up those stairs, opening that door, you see this huge room, probably 200 feet long, maybe 50 foot high, and 50 foot across, gigantic, filled with statues, just rows and rows of statues. And every 20 or so feet, there's a huge statue of a dragon. And you can see that dragons represented there are the 5 kinds of chromatic dragon. So first there's a white one, then there's a black one, a green one, a blue one, and a red one. About 20 feet apart. And there's statues all over the room. Most of the statues look to be of the same person. It's this handsome-looking man, sometimes in armor, sometimes in robes, whatever, but he's lots of statues of him.
I have proficiency in insight. Would that do any good here?
Insight is for reading people's emotions and if they're lying or not. So
Oh, right.
if you were looking for...
I didn't hear that. Probably not.
No.
Yeah.
Can I make a perception check?
What are you looking for?
Just to see if there are any traps in the room.
Yeah, it would be investigation instead of perception
Oh,
for traps.
seen.
So what's the plan? Are you gonna
I'll
walk in?
make-
Are you gonna continue to look?
I'd like to maybe just kind of peer in, not quite past the threshold, but just kind of give a quick peer in, see if I can notice anything amiss.
Yeah, you can see, as I said, there's these dragon statues. If you roll a perception check, if you roll high, I'll tell you something useful.
Okay.
That's a 24.
Okay.
Oh, we can all roll.
And I got a.
I'll say the two guys. Tom got enough anyway. So you actually see the statue nearest to you of this white dragon. It's pretty huge. You can see where its mouth is, a sort of like a mist coming from the mouth, as if it's breathing in cold weather. It's very, very faint, but you're able to just about see it.
Anton would stop walking instantly. He would freeze, and he would sort of whisper under his breath, say, "Hold up!" And he would point towards the dragon. So sorry, you cut out a little bit there. I can see it breathing.
Yeah, well, there's a sort of constant flow of like this really light mist. It looks like what you would see if you were breathing in cold weather, So like a sort of mist from the breath. It's not.
Okay.
It's just constant though. It's very, very faint.
I'm going to take my hand crossbow and I'm going to fire a bolt into the vapor.
Okay. So firing in that direction, when you do, it bounces into the mouth and kind of ding and just falls to the ground. And nothing seems to happen. It does disturb the vapor a little bit, but that's about it.
Tully's just going to
I'll
start
spin my
laughing.
crossbow.
You're what?
Tully just
Sorry.
starts laughing. This is funny.
I would like to say, just wait. These white dragons are nothing to me. And I'll actually start walking towards the white dragon statue.
So as you walk forwards, there's a click, and then this big icy breath comes shooting out of this dragon. So go ahead and give me a dexterity save there, Torin.
That would be a 9.
Okay, so you'll be taking some ice damage. You're taking 20 points of cold damage.
And because I have cold resistance, that would be 10, right? So it's halved.
Exactly, yeah, it's halved. So basically you step over this, whatever, you didn't really notice it, but you heard a slight click, and then the dragon ice breath shoots out in a straight line from it, directly across the room.
Should he have advantage in that save? Because he's a barbarian?
Yep. You
Your
should.
sense?
Yeah, you have, as a barbarian, you have danger sense for traps and stuff like that, so you should have advantage.
Oh,
So go ahead and roll it again.
sure thing. That's an 11.
Okay, so you'll still get hit.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, the dragon breathes some. The dragon breathes some cold breath in a straight line across the room. So what's the plan here?
So these dragon pillars are along a walkway.
They're a lot. Basically, the room is about 50 feet across, and it stretches down. You can see that closest to you is a statue of a white dragon, and after that, one of a black dragon, and so on. They're about 20 feet apart.
And
And then,
how high is the room?
sorry,
How high is the room?
how high is it? Probably about 50 feet.
Yeah, I said 50.
Do I see anything on the side of the walls that I could use to climb?
Not as such. You do see that the statues, though, some of them have like items on them. They're wearing things.
Okay, perfect. So, with that said, so to describe it, would it be a white dragon on either side?
No, just on the right hand side.
Okay, just on the right hand side. Okay. So, stepping forward, you'll see the lumbering giant man crack his neck, a few bones popping as he does this, and he pulls back his cloak. And as he does this, his hair starts to grow a little bit, and he actually grows a tiny bit taller. And large curled horns appear on his head, coming out from his forehead and back behind his ears, sort of in the way of a mountain ram. And what you recognize this man is not a man, but actually a shifter. And shifted, he looks over towards the dragon statue and tries to scale it from behind.
Okay, you're trying to climb the dragon.
Climb the statue, yeah. I have a 30-foot climb speed. Shifted.
Okay. Yeah, you can. If you approach it from the side, you're able to climb up, no problem. You can get on top of it.
And if there's any items that I can see, I'm going to try to nick them.
On top of the dragon, not so much. It's the other statues that might have been unclear. Sorry, the other
Oh.
statues around the room. So the statues of the people, of this man. You see like a bunch of them, in various poses where he's like looking dramatic or heroic. But some of them have like amulets or rings on. You can see that from here. They kind of glint in the light.
Do I see anything on the dragon that might? Can I investigate to see if
Yeah, definitely.
there's anything I could do to disable it? Okay. So that would be an intelligence.
Yeah, investigate.
Okay, 12.
Okay, you can actually see at the on the dragon's head, kind of behind where its head would be, just at the crook of its neck. There's actually a slot in the shape of a ring, where you could put a ring.
Okay, so I look back. Yorick looks back, cranking his head and opening his one eye wide, and he says to the party, "There's a slot in the back. It looks like it could fit some jewelry, some kind of fashionable thing. From where I can see, the statues are bejeweled, festooned with a lot of shinies. Maybe they can deactivate the statue, but one of you has to be quick enough to get it." And with that, I guess he'll end his turn on the statue, even though we're out of turns.
Yeah, sure. So looking around at
What
the
do you mean by
statues,
quick enough to get it?
And then he'll pipe up and say, "Well, as you can see, it's going to freeze your face off if you're a slowpoke.
That is
So
true.
if you're quick, you might be able to get out in time."
Well, I'm pretty dexterous, and I have 45 speed. And so was the click made because of a pressure plate? Did it seem like that?
you don't know. There was
You
just a
don't know.
click. You didn't see anything move on the ground.
Is it possible to find out what triggers the trap?
Yeah, can we investigate?
You could try.
Investigation.
Where are you go? The question is, where are you going to look? What are you looking for?
The floor between the party and this first statue, and look for any kind of one-out masonry or tripwires.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check on that?
Sure.
I got a 6.
So that would be a 19.
Okay. You don't see any sort of tripwire or anything. Doesn't seem to be anything that he stepped on or any. It seems to be like some sort of just sensor, maybe. The statue knows when you're walking in front of it, and that's when it attacks.
Well, I would take the least amount of damage from it because even if I fail, I take half. So I think I could go there and put it if we find the ring, but we have to find it first. So I think we should just look at the statues and see one with a ring as a bit different.
There's
than
lots of them
the
that have
others.
rings on. So, gold rings, silver rings, all sorts of stuff like that, but then they all have stones in them of various kinds. So,
Right.
diamonds, rubies,
Is there one that
pearls.
has something like a white stone?
Yep. There's diamonds, there's pearls.
So is it possible for me to see if nothing, if no chapel gonna be activated by me taking a ring off of the statue?
I don't know. Yeah,
What check would that be?
it would be,
Alright,
I think, probably another investigation check.
alright, investigation is not that good, but we'll roll with it. Oh, that's a 6.
Okay, yeah, you think it's
So,
fine.
so I believe there's no threat, so I just take the ring with the white stone.
Okay, yeah, you can take it, and nothing seems to happen.
Right, so can I go like right to the spot right before the place where the trap was activated? Right.
Yes.
Right. And so how far away is the very statue
The dragon statue?
from this point? Yeah.
From
Because
you,
I have
I
to
don't
go
know.
to the dragon statue neck, right?
Yeah, you can throw it up to Yorick if you like.
Oh,
ring.
I can.
Mhm.
So I would try. So they have to roll for it?
Nope, it's fine. You can just throw it.
Alright. I'm like, catch!
Okay.
And I fling it to him.
And catching it, he sends it in to the slot.
And the dragon's mouth closes. And a little, what would you say? A little cabinet opens up at the base of the statue, and there's some sort of wand in there that's giving off the same sort of misty sort of look, as if it's ice cold.
Climbing down, York's going to grab it
Mhm.
and say, "Ah, a wand. Hmm." And then he'll stow it, and without even asking a caster if they're interested, and we'll say, "Shall we move on to the next one? This seems to be working okay." So
So the next one you said was black, right?
yeah. So he's going to try to scale that one as well.
Okay.
And
While he's doing that, I'm searching for a ring with a black stone in it.
Okay. So as you walk though in front of this, so on the row of statues that were that you looked on earlier, that were in front of the white dragon, there's nothing that has a black stone. So you'd have to cross the path of the black dragon. So if you want to do that, you'll need to roll a save because it's going to breathe some acid in your direction.
Yeah. So I know that it would, or am I already rolling?
You're assuming. You haven't
Oh.
crossed yet. You have to tell me if you're going to cross that area.
Yeah. All right. Is the breath continuous while I'm still standing there, or is it just fluke and then I can? And
You
then
don't know. It hasn't done it yet, so you don't know.
Alright. So I have no idea.
Shuffling forward, sort of cursoring and muttering under his breath, Anton will kind of just walk directly into the path of the black statue and attempt to do a cartwheel, or sorry, a barrel roll.
Okay. So give me a deck save.
You bet. Uh, 10. No
Only
luck.
34 points of acid damage.
Lovely. He says, he turns back to the group, he says, God, I hope that was worth it. So now, what can I see in my direct vicinity now?
A couple more statues. So like some of them wearing robes, some of them wearing armor, some of them have rings on, some of them have like headdresses on or amulets, all sorts of stuff.
Interesting. Okay, I'll do my best to investigate all these statues and see if I can find any kind of like jet stones or I don't know anything like sort of
While they're
particularly
doing
black
this,
dragony.
can I search all the statues in the first area, the safe one, for any magical items?
Yeah, nothing magical.
Okay.
They're just wearing clothes and stuff. They're statues, mostly.
Okay.
You don't see anything that's jet or onyx or anything like that. You do see a big ruby ring. You see a sapphire necklace. You see like a pearl headdress. So it's clearly they all relate to different statues, and they're all different. But there's no black ones in this row.
Hmm. And there's one more statue in front of me.
Yeah, in front of you now is a green dragon.
Hmm.
Is the shape in the dragon's neck the same? Or is there no one up there?
He has to do a check and stuff to find out. It doesn't seem to be in the same place.
How heavy are these statues?
Well,
The statues of people, not the ones of dragons.
Oh, good question. They're made of marble, so they're quite heavy, but they're only about as big as you guys. So, I mean, you could probably move them, but with difficulty.
I'd like to see if I can take one and move it into the path of the black dragon. Just kind of like block it off, so in other words, we could just walk in and out without the acid.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Finally, Torrent's time to shine. And I have advantage on strength checks.
If you're
Haven't
ready.
really. Hey, why not? Why not? I really want to move that statue now. I'm pissed off about it, and I will take that.
There we go. No problem. You can move it.
Okay, so I move it into the path of the black dragon and make a path so we can just walk right past without it hitting us.
So you put it down in the path, and the black dragon begins to spew acid breath at this statue. And it's kind of hitting and kind of splashing off to the side, but it's not getting you guys. But you can see already the acid is disintegrating the statue.
Okay. Can we dart by quickly then before it goes?
Go through. Yeah, exactly.
Can I believe who's still on the statue?
Yorick.
Yorick.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I'd like to yell to Yorick, what shape is the hole for the dragon? What does it need?
He's eyeing this one. Eyeing this one with his big remaining eye, and hopes to give him an answer. Jarl?
Not in the same place,
Okay.
so you'd have to do another check, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Okay, this one will be a 10 on the dot.
Okay, you're able to find it. It's on the side of its neck. It's like a hook, and
Okay.
it looks like it's there for a necklace.
The black dragon looks to be wearing a bit of a necklace, or was one time. A necklace would work.
Okay, I'll grab the first necklace I see from the closest statue to me and chuck it over to him.
Okay. It's not a black stone. It's a green sort of emerald necklace. You throw it up, you put it on. The dragon just continues to spew acid.
Is there a black necklace around?
Not in the row that you're in. You probably would have to go further on to find it.
Would I be able to go? Don't go into the range of the green dragon and use perception to see is any of the statues wearing a black necklace?
Sure.
Alright. I have +3 on the roll, but that ain't gonna help.
No, you can't really tell from here.
All the while, this goat man is straddling statues.
I'd like to run across near the green dragon, see if I can grab a statue that doesn't have anything on it or strip it, and then push it in the path of the green dragon.
Okay. So you push it in the path of the green dragon, and the green dragon begins to breathe poison. but it's not like a beam like the other ones. It's a sort of cloud that begins to spread out. While the ice was like a beam of cold and the acid was a beam of acid, this now is some sort of cloud that just spreads around, so it kind of reaches towards the statue and then begins to just crawl out around the place, filling the room slowly but surely.
I'll say I'll start cursing and say let's run for it, and we can start booking it down the hallway.
So past the rest of the dragons.
Well, how many dragons are there? There's only the one, right?
There's another 2 more. So after the green one, there's a blue one and then a red one.
Oh, fantastic!
I'll just
Lightning and fire.
stand breathing in the poison, going, "Yep, it's no problem for me. I can't be poisoned."
I think you can be poisoned. You can't be diseased.
What?
I have a question.
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
I stand there breathing in the poison, he says confidently.
May I ask a question?
Of course.
I have this power called I can cast Gust of the Wind.
Yeah.
That is basically a 60-foot long, 10-foot wide, just stream of wind that would push creatures. Would that be able to, like, I don't know, clear the poison and maybe do like a barrier from the breaths? Because it's 60 feet long. Is that enough to reach the end?
No. So basically, the statues are.
Would that? But I can I if I'm walking with it, because it's a concentration spell, I can keep it up for I think 1 or 10 minutes. I'm gonna check, and if I walk with it.
I think what you do is you put it in a place, but it would definitely move the poison out of the room. You could push it out down the stairs if you like. That's no problem. But I don't think it would cover the whole way. Let me see. Yeah, it would actually. It would be 60 feet. Yeah, it would. Did you want to put it basically in front of the dragons? Is that right?
Yeah, so basically it would be a wind barrier from the fire breaths, if that is possible.
Yeah. Okay, you set up the gust of wind, and it begins to push the poison kind of out, or quickly anyway, and it begins to flow down the stairs outside. So is your plan, guys, to just run past here, or?
It's either 1 minute or 10 minutes, and I don't want to. Actually, I'm gonna check probably. That's the better course of action.
Is it wind wall?
Gust of wind.
Yes, that's basically a wind wall. I have it for 1 minute. Yes, it's a concentration spell. So I basically set it up. I take out my quarterstaff. I started flinging it around, and slowly, wind starts just building up in this place, and it slowly becomes just a wind wall, and it just the wind is howling right in this place, and I shout to the other guys like, "Run!" And I scout my 45 speed. I take a dash action just to get as far away as I can.
Okay.
1 minute should be sufficient.
Oh yeah.
To run 60 feet.
Yeah, you guys. Is the rest of you going to run, or are you going to hang around?
I'm going to. Am I able to run and as my climb speed is normal? Am I able to run and sort of like vault?
Sure.
It's 1 minute, so.
Do I have time to walk carefully?
Yeah, probably. In a minute, 60 feet. It's a foot per second. I think you'd be all right.
Okay, yeah, I'll walk carefully and make sure I don't step in anything or step on anything.
I'll leave my retainers behind at the in the area. You know, you guys stay here, stay safe. I'll be back. Don't do my drugs. Actually, no. Go ahead and do drugs. And he'll start running forward. Tiny little halfling legs.
And I will also. Sorry, go ahead.
That's why I thought that no one else was running, so you can go.
Okay, so everyone's running, right? Yeah. You guys start running. Those of you who are running, or in Sam's case, walking carefully in front of the statues, the lightning just goes directly through the wind wall, so you'll need to make a dex save.
We all?
No, you're too fast. You're fine. But by the time you've run past it, it's activated, and the rest of them are walking through. So actually, it's just Sam, because he's the one who's walking carefully while the rest of you are running. So just give me a dex save. You should be all right, though. Yeah, you're not all right. What? I can't hear this.
As I kind of see this, I go, I told you to run!
It's a 14.
It's a 14. That's not ideal. You'll be taking 44 points of lightning damage.
Wow. 44, which puts me on 16 health. Yes.
Are you going to
Tully
continue
pulls
walking?
out his. Tully's
No,
got his
I'm gonna
violin out. He's
I'm
playing the
gonna
Indiana
absolutely
Jones
fucking
theme
fuck
song.
it. I'm gonna run like I'm being chased by the Gardaí. Actually, that's not fast. I'm just gonna like absolutely sprint. Call
What were
me
you gonna say,
Usain
Charles?
Bolt. Sorry?
So I'm
I
in
said,
the lead, right?
Tully's playing the Indiana Jones theme song. Do 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 do.
Yeah, my hat flies off, but I grab it as I slide under the door.
So running past the final red dragon, just as you cross that thing and you jump through the door, there's massive fire engulfs the room behind you. You enter into like this into a tower basically, and you can see the stairs spiraling up and up and up on top of you. What's the plan?
Right now, to go up, probably. Unless anyone has a different idea.
No. Bad things often happen in spiral staircases.
I have 5 potions of healing if you need any.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna use some of mine. What are they again?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
So as we're
Because I'm fine. So basically, if you're running low on potions, I can give some.
same. But as we're entering this room, York's going to pull out the cone, or sorry, the cone, the cold wand, and kind of eye it over, trying to figure out just what kind of thing this is.
Yeah, it's definitely some sort of arcane wand that you're guessing by the shape of it and by the feel of it, so it's so cold that it's just some sort of cold magic, most likely. You point it, you click it, and then it activates.
So from my experience, do I know that I could use such a arcane device?
Yeah, you think that anyone who could press the button could figure it out.
Okay, cool. Sounds
Did we
good.
just lose 4 magical items?
Yeah. Oh, we gained one.
Yeah, you
Can I just have
You gained 1.
Yorick.
Can I take a quick look around just to, like, at least from where we are, just to see if I can notice any sort of traps to kind of like just do an investigation of the first few stairs, the first few risers of the staircase?
Yep.
Awesome. $13.
Okay, you look and you're pretty thorough about it, and you don't see anything. It looks like it's just some stairs. It's definitely an old part of the building. You can see that it's designed in the way the castle is designed, so it's easier to defend in them than to attack. And you're able to kind of discern that there's no real traps at the stairs here. You can hear now that there's windows again. You can hear the rain just like pouring outside really, really loudly, and occasionally you hear like a thunderclap as well.
Okay, and Yorick, not wanting to get rained on by fire or anything again, is going to actually wave a few incense around, eyeing the area, and despite his companion not finding anything, just to be sure, he's going to cast Find Traps.
Okay.
120 feet.
You do, and you don't find anything. The area seems to be totally mundane, just like an old ruined sort of watchtower.
Okay, so Yorick, finding this out, Yorick says, I tried to help your effort, but alas, there's nothing here to find. It's a safe passage. At least, until we find something here.
Ah, don't sound so disappointed.
Well, you know.
Hearing this, I'm gonna look over at him, and I'm gonna look down at my pouch, and I'm gonna take out the last two of my potions and have them.
As he says, "Don't sound so disappointed." Yorick's kind of chuckling away as the coin in his eyes switching from good to bad luck.
So it's 2d4 per potion, yeah, plus 2.
Yeah. Sorry. This is another 6 health then.
Okay.
Are you maxed?
On the stairs?
Aris, are you maxed HP?
I'm a max at what?
you back to full.
Oh no, God no, I'm 23 off.
Do you need health potions?
No, I'm grand. I've got another 20 health in my lay on hands, and I've got healing spells and stuff, so don't worry about me.
So I guess we're gonna go up the staircase.
Sure.
And as we're going up, you mentioned windows, right?
Yeah, there's windows every now and then. They're more just holes in the stone, like arrow slits.
So they're not
they're not glass.
Mm.
No,
And
there's
you
no
cannot
answer. It's
close them,
basically,
right?
it's just like there's the central column of the tower, and then the stairs spiral around that, like you would have in a castle.
But rain is not falling down on us, right?
No, it's not.
No, right. Sorry.
So you guys manage to continue up the stairs. Doesn't take you long to get near the top, and there's maybe 10 minutes. You're walking up these stairs. It's pretty tiring, but eventually you get to the top and you see a door there, which you assume leads to the top of the tower. It's like a trap door above you with a ladder.
Who was walking first?
I was feeling safe. I would have probably been second.
Did the find trap spell would have reached this trapdoor?
I don't think so.
It's 120 feet.
Yeah, no, I mean you didn't notice anything all the way, 120 feet upwards. There was nothing anyway, but I don't know if it went this far.
Okay.
Who's willing?
I'll go first.
All right, you open the door and it's raining.
Okay. I look down and go, it was a trap. My head's wet. And then I'll climb out.
You're able to get out.
I use elemental attunement to make like a wind umbrella so that I don't get rained upon.
That's perfect. You guys are able to jump out onto this roof, and it's pissing rain. Thunder is like rumbling overhead, and like lightning cracks the sky, and rain is smashing against the stone. And on the far side of this tower is a man. He's tall, and he's wearing some sort of extremely well-made plate armor. He's got this red cloak that's billowing behind him in the wind, and he's got his gigantic sword in his hands. The rain is like smashing all around him, but you notice it doesn't actually hit him. He's perfectly dry. There's sort of like sheen around him that he's just not getting hit by the rain. It looks as you like crawl out into the rain. You are what they sent.
I look at him, snarl, and say, "I'll have your hide by the end of this, creature."
I don't think so. I think you will be serving me.
He's a vampire.
How close is he to the ledge?
He is probably about, I would say, like 10 feet from the ledge.
How far is he away from me?
Probably like 70-ish feet. It's pretty huge up here. His voice is carrying over the noise as if there is no noise. You can hear him perfectly, even though it's like thunder rumbling and rain smashing and wind and stuff like that.
He's a vampire.
So with 45 speed, and 30 feet ranged for the fist. I can reach him.
Yeah, if you moved, you could probably reach him. Yeah.
I have 45 feet movement, so I go. I don't use the dash action. I just run towards him,
As soon as you
and
move,
then I just.
the very second you move, he says stop. So I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom save.
All right, it's getting fun. And that is a
Yes.
14.
Oh shit! It's never good when he says yes.
I believe I stopped.
You stop. Yeah. And you turn to look at your friends, and you're like, these bastards trying to hurt my master. And you turn to look at them, and you kind of walk. He says, approach. And you approach him, and you just stand next to him, and you have your arms crossed, and you look at them, like shaking your head, like, how dare they come here. And he says, you are just as pathetic as the last group of adventurers they sent here. Do you have any idea how many troops of adventurers I have murdered in my time? I am sick of it. There's a new time is rising. None of you would understand. You weren't here all those hundreds of years ago, but once this was a great country, a place ruled by superior beings, and now here we are.
I'm going to interrupt him with a moonbeam.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is mind control concentration as well?
Let me check.
Will I get to roleplay as a servant of Dracula here, or will you do me?
Yeah, I'll let you. But it depends on what you want to do.
Yeah,
no,
but
it's not
I'm so I'm like hostile towards my team, right?
Yeah, until basically when he tells you to be. You know.
Oh, so I just follow his orders. If he doesn't tell me to do anything, I don't.
Yeah, you're kind of like his zombie.
Alright, cool.
All right, Sam. What does he do? A constitution check? It's not a concentration spell. It's not a spell at all. It's just a supernatural ability the vampire has.
Ah, okay. Well, that makes this more annoying then. Where's moonbeam? I can't remember. I think it's con. Moonbeam. Yeah, con save.
He'll just use his legendary resistance to make it instead.
Oh, so we're not supposed to kill him.
Oh no, you are, but he has a legendary resistance. He just decides to make the save instead of failing it.
Oh, fuck's sake.
So what was your damage?
It was, I think, 8. Radiant.
So he'll take 8. He would have taken double, but he's made the save, but it's doubled, so he just takes the normal damage. Right. So now that you attacked him, roll initiative.
Yes.
Okay.
Do I roll initiative?
Oh,
Yes, please.
9 this time.
Yeah,
Great rolls until now. Over 20 every time, except for now.
just quickly here.
Sure.
Like emerging into what is it? The rooftop.
Yeah.
Emerging into the rooftop, the rain hit rooftop. Would York have seen any cover, like right up front?
Not cover, no. It's basically there's like crenellations around. It's like a round-topped tower, right?
Okay.
It's probably maybe 100 feet across each way, and there's like the crenellations and battlements, but that's about it. There's no actual building out here.
Okay. Do you think? Never mind. Okay, cool. So I'll roll initiative.
Okay.
We got 13 for me.
13. Okay. What about Xin?
I rolled an 18.
Yeah, 18 total. Okay.
Unfortunately.
No problem. Ares?
9.
Unreal.
Yep.
Okay.
I won't go yet.
Anton?
29.
29. Good lord.
Fucking hell.
Anton the vampire hunter. Tyne. What did you get for initiative, Tyne? Mike?
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
I rolled a hefty 5.
Oh, that is hefty.
Yeah, because I'm a badass like that.
And Tully, what did you get?
13.
13. Okay. Okay, Anton, you strike first.
Fantastic. Okay, so Anton, this whole time has sort of slowly been shuffling forward, almost like a zombie himself. You know, he's just, at this point, he kind of just looks like a bag of bones. But he does have his shield drawn, and he has his rapier drawn, and he's looking up towards the vampire. Is he standing, this guy, or is he sort of floating or something?
He's standing. He's
Okay.
got an enormous greatsword that he's kind of leaning on, and the rain isn't hitting him.
Okay, great. Well, underneath his sort of wide-brimmed hat, Anton's mouth is moving. He's saying something almost to himself, but it looks like it's directed at the armored gentleman in front of them. He's saying, I was there. I was there when all the peasantry starved and died under the plague, while you pigs sat feasting and
He just
How
looks.
dare you?
halls. I remember you.
What
You
glorious
won't be
day
the
they
last
were.
one. You won't be the last one. And he'll surge forward, quick as a tiger, and I'll make 2 attacks
Sure.
with my rapier. Okay. 19 and 17.
Okay, they both miss.
Okay, and then I'm going to use my action surge and make another attack.
Sure.
Dang it, that's 19.
Okay. So you go to swing, and you're quick, but this thing is unbelievably fast. It's just like hasn't even like picked up its sword yet, and it's just like dodging effortlessly out of the way of your attacks.
Does he get 2? Does he uses the attack action again, so he gets both of his attacks, right?
He gets 2 attacks, yeah. So Anton, you should have another attack. When you use action surge, you get your attack action again.
Oh, brilliant, thank you. Oh, great. Thanks, man.
Your rapier smashes into this plate mail, and it like numbs your arm a little bit, but nothing terrible is going to happen. So then it's the vampire's turn. Now the terrible thing happens. He just looks at you, and with speed that's just impossible, picks up this greatsword and swings it 3 times. Let's see how this goes. Okay, your AC is a 19.
Well, it's 21 with a shield.
Oh, baby. Okay.
Cutting words in that 15,
Okay, go ahead.
if I can. Yeah. Yes. 8.
Okay. Nice. Okay, that'll 7. So it's +9 on each. He'll miss all 3 attacks impossibly. He'll miss them all. Okay, so Anton is equally fast somehow and just like jumps out of the way of each one, and it's this like epic battle, thunder overhead, lightning cracks. Okay, then after Anton, after the vampire, it'll be Xin. Xin, you see this this bastard attacking your master, and the master says, "Attack." You're muted. Xin, your microphone's
Oh
muted.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah, I was muted. Don't I get a wisdom saving throw, or do I get it at the end of my turn?
I will check. Okay. Right. Yeah, at the end of your turn, you'll get to make a save.
All right. So how much do I have to roleplay? Do I have to like go full on against him, or just normal strikes?
Yeah, just do a round of attacks.
All right. So basically, what I do is I slowly walk up to him, and while I'm walking, I pick out my quarterstaff, and then I just start charging, and then I just hit once with it, and then I do sort of front flip, and while doing a front flip, I kick him in the face. At least I attempt to. So I make 2, and then once again I fling with my quarterstaff again. So I make 3 attacks. The first 2 are gonna be quarterstaff. The last one's gonna be the kick.
Okay.
Ooh. And those are all +6, so it's 20 critical hit and 25.
Okay, so 2 hits, one of which is a crit. So 2d8 plus a d6, I think, right?
Yeah, that's for the crit.
Yeah.
And they all hit, right?
No, one of them misses.
All right. So
His
this
AC
is
21.
the. Yeah. So this is +3. So it is 11. And for the kick, the epic front flip kick that I performed, if you didn't notice, is a 4.
Okay,
So in total, it is 15 damage.
there you go, Anton. Enjoy. The vampire.
And now I get a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes.
Okay, goddamn, 22.
Nice, you make it. You snap out. And the vampire laughs.
As I snap out, I like look at the vampire and I snatch something in here that is probably beneath my cloak, some sort of amulet of some sort, and I end my turn.
The vampire laughs. Look at your weakness, how I can control your minds. You fight each other at my command. Then,
Not anymore.
after Xin, it's Tully, your turn.
Oh man.
My plugin crashed again, so let me
Alright.
restart this.
I will.
Did he crash?
I think he's still there.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. Just blinked for a second. Cast Hex on the vampire,
Okay.
and that doesn't get a save, right? It's just like a mark, kind of.
I think so.
Sorry about that.
X-A-G-H. X. Okay, you place a curse.
Sorry, yeah, there is no save for Hex.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you put a curse on it. What ability do you want to give it disadvantage?
Charisma.
Okay, but it's ability checks, yeah, not saves and not ability like attacks or anything. Okay.
Right. But I figured if he was trying to intimidate or
Yeah, sure.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then as my action, I will use my Vicious Mockery cantrip.
Okay.
So you have to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw, or take 2d4 damage. And also,
Okay, he will choose to make that save using his second legendary action, or legendary save.
oh, big spender. Jesus. All right, good. I'm glad he used it on that then. Whatever.
He's not afraid.
And that's it. Just hide behind one of the buffer, taller guys in the back.
Okay, after Tully, it's Yorick.
Okay. So, rules question: using an item, is that a bonus action or an action?
Sorry, activating an item?
Activating an item.
It's an action, I think.
Full action? Okay. Cool. So, okay. So what he'll do is, stepping forward, a few paces, he'll look at the vampire, and he will flip the coin in his eye, and he'll cast Bane.
Okay. So he makes a save?
Yep.
Okay.
However, yeah.
What's the save?
It
Wisdom?
was a charisma.
Charisma, okay.
Yeah, but not check, unfortunately. I wish Hex would have been able to help.
So he gets 17.
17? Okay. I'm gonna spend a luck point for a reroll.
Okay.
Am I able to do that?
I don't think you need to roll for Bane, do you?
No.
If he makes a save. Oh, I reroll.
Yeah, you.
I don't think it works that way. I think you're lucky. I'm not unlucky. But okay, I'll do it.
Hold on. I can check. I got it right here.
Okay, sure. I don't know how it works. I've never used it before.
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, we talk about the lucky feat. That thing's the best.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Lucky is right here. It says you can also spend one night. Oh no. Okay, so it's regarding attacks.
Okay, sure.
So it says you can spend one luck point to roll an additional 20. Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I can't do it unless you attack me. So it's not.
Okay.
It,
So
it's
he
not
makes the save.
sort of thing. Okay, cool. So I'll keep it. So he makes the save, and cursing under his breath. Yorick will actually move quite a bit closer.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the vampire takes a turn.
Okay.
One of its legendary actions, and it will use it to fly 30 feet up into the air with its greatsword. Then it's Ares' turn.
How much feet, to be exact?
30.
Because he's no longer in reach of my sword, I'm going to continue the moonbeam and
Okay.
just move it up onto him.
So he makes a save, does he?
Yeah. Con save. And it's
Okay.
8 radiant.
What's your DC?
14.
Okay, he makes it, so he'll take 8 again.
Okay.
At the end of your turn, he will use his another legendary action to move another 30 feet away from that moonbeam. Then that's a second legendary action. Then it's Torrin's turn.
Okay. Torin just looks into the sky, rain pelting off him, and just like screams something that even the lightning and the thunder cows to. Just his anger and rage is just so just so much that ripples of cold start to emanate off him, and he looks at the vampire flying away. And he just draws his one claw like right across his throat, runs up nearby him, and grabs his like last javelin, and just hurls it at him as absolutely hard as he possibly can.
Nice.
And that'll be a 20.
Nice, that'll hit.
And that would be for 11 damage.
Okay, very nice. So the javelin like slices past him, just past his cheek here, and the vampire just looks down in disdain. Anton, your turn again.
Brilliant. Okay. I am going to grab some rope from out of my pack and try and
Yeah, sorry about the damage.
lasso this guy's legs.
Try and lasso him. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm just gonna, yeah. Okay, what would you say?
Make a dex check, I would say.
Okay, fantastic. It's 20.
Nice. Okay. You wrap it around its right foot.
Yeah.
So you've got it wrapped around. You pull the thing tight.
Yeah, I'm gonna call to Torin. I'm gonna say, Torin, I need your might. And sort of try and basically just try and yank this vampire and just send him flying to the ground.
I'd like to help as well.
Sure.
So
So just do me a strength check, and you've got advantage on it, Anton.
Awesome. Well, that's 10 highest.
10. Okay.
Yeah.
So he'll make a. Okay, not even a little bit. You try and pull, and he just like lifts his leg. You go up like 5 feet in the air and land on the ground again, and then he just casually like kicks the rope off. He tries to, but it doesn't actually come off his foot. But he tries to.
I'm gonna yell up at him, cowardly, just like the rest of your kind.
So on his turn. Dun, 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 dun. This is the fun part of being a DM, is when you get to play monstery bastards.
Yeah, that according to the Facebook chat that's going on about this game, is going to fuck us up.
It certainly might, yeah. It's only a CR like 15 or something. Okay, so the vampire waves his hands around and then disappears into thin air. Totally invisible. However, clever people among you will be able to see the fact that rain is hitting it. So if you, on your turn, if you roll really high on a perception check, you might be able to hit it.
Can we also see the rope?
It says everything that's on it goes invisible, so the rope also goes invisible. It's greater invisibility, not just your run-of-the-mill invisibility. So the vampire does some stuff. Does some stuff that you're unable to see, and that'll be its turn. Then, Xin, your turn.
I'm a bit embarrassed by my temporary switching between sides. If I can do it as a free action, I kind of put my hand on Anton, and I kind of go like, yeah, sorry. And then what I do is like we'll get this. So before I move on, I like to ask a question. So basically, there's like a front line of people, and then there's like Tully in the back, right?
Yeah.
All right. So basically, what I do is I like look back at all the guys, and I like protect me. This is a concentration, and I like fling out a blue sapphire amulet that was strapped to my neck, and I fling it off, and like that is the one thing that I have left from my monastery that was like wiped out clean. It's like my last thing, and they like gave it to me with their bloody hands, and they said like, this is the last one. Like this is the only use it when there's no hope. Only use it when shit is going down. And I just bound it on the ground, and I moved to sit next to Telly, and in that place, an air elemental appears.
Ooh. Very nice.
I have its. Do you want to command it, or do I? Because I have its stats here.
No, I mean it's under your control, I assume, when you create it, right?
All right. So he rolls initiative, and he is completely under my command. I can command him with free actions, no reactions, or actions needed.
Okay, cool.
And he rolls a 16 in the initiative order.
Okay, sure. 16. We'll put him. Okay. Is that your action to summon him?
Yeah, I'm just basically the sapphire smashes on the ground, and just this kind of small hurricane appears in the place of it, which just kind of has this a little bit of humanoidish face, which is always changing, and it seems like it's screaming something silently. And it is actually a quite powerful elemental being that I have under my control. But if I fail my concentration, it kind of might attack us. So I can use it for an hour, and I shouldn't lose my concentration, guys.
Okay, nice. That's excellent. It goes next. So the air elemental goes next.
And it has 90 feet of flying, so he can.
Nice. Okay.
So he will be. Oh, it's his turn.
It's his turn next. Yeah.
There.
So basically, I shout to him like, catch him. Is he still attached to the rope?
The rope has gone invisible.
Oh, Okay. So can I roll a perception check to see the place with the rain?
Well,
Or does he roll a perception?
he would roll it, yeah.
Alright, so his wisdom modifier is 0, so he has a critical.
Wow, he sees him. Sees him perfectly.
Alright, so he has 19 feet flight, so I think he gets there, right?
Yep.
Alright, let me do a little bit of reading. Alright, so basically he does 2 slam attacks, which are both +8 to hit.
Okay.
So it's a 13 and a 20.
Okay, the 20 will hit.
Alright, and that is a 2d8 plus 5 damage. So that is 11 damage.
Okay.
Alright. And it kind of ends its turn there.
Okay.
But
So
before that, I had to command it to go up there and kick his ass.
okay. The vampire fails his concentration check, but uses his last legendary visits to make the save. Can you do that? Is it a save or is it a check?
No, this is an attack.
No, it's concentrate. I'm just talking about concentration. How does that work?
About the concentration, he attacks me.
No. Because you hit the vampire and he was invisible, he has to make a save or a check. I'm not sure what it is.
Oh, for the concentration check.
Yeah.
I think it's a bare roll, and if you get 10 or higher, it's fine. It's like a death saving throw.
Okay. Well, he fails, so he appears again. Up in the air still, though. So then...
So does the fire elemental.
Yeah. Tully, you're next.
Ooh, air elemental, sorry.
So Tully pulls out his violin once more, and it's got a little amplitude, like a little amplifier, like a reverse funnel.
Mhm.
And he points it up and he starts playing this melody, and then he hits 2 really deep bass notes, and it sends out these 2 sound waves. I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Isn't fly a concentration spell?
It's not a spell. He's just got a fly speed.
I guess. Yeah.
19 and 19.
Both miss.
Balls.
So close. They whiz by him.
Actually, give inspiration to the air element, or bardic inspiration to the elemental.
Okay.
Oh, nice! Thank you. He's very inspired.
After Tully, it's Yorick.
Okay, Yorick will will step forward again and sidestep to the left, and as he does this, another Yorick sidesteps to the right, and they branch off into another 2 Yoriks. He's using mirror image.
Okay.
And after this, he'll smile and use his action surge to lift his shield and cast guiding bolt into the sky.
Okay.
That's doable?
I don't know if you can cast 2 spells, but I think there was a thing.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. One's a cantrip, right? Okay, so with his action surge, he's still gonna use his action surge.
Okay.
He's got both of the Yoriks, or sorry, all 4 of the Yoriks are going to reach into their pocket and take a swig back of what looks like a potion of some kind, and suddenly they all at once 4 lumbering giants become even larger. The potion is potion of growth, and they are all enlarged for. Oh, whoops. So 1 hour.
Okay.
And so now there are 4 large horned Yoriks standing underneath him, and he's ready to finally try and take this guy out. Moving on.
Ares, you're next.
Yay. Is he close enough for me to like jump and hit my sword?
No, he's about 30 feet up in the air.
God damn it! Need to bring him down. Okay, I'll keep the moonbeam going and be boring for another turn. So 2d10.
How far can you move that?
120 feet.
Right, Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay, he makes
that's
another
5 radiant.
Okay.
Yeah. Yay!
Okay. After Ares, it's Torin.
I would like to, so I've got no javelins left, but I'd like to tie a rope to a hand axe and then hurl the hand axe at him, if that's even possible.
Sure. Let you try it for sure.
Which is just ridiculous, but I can't think of anything better. And that would be a 22.
Okay, that'll hit. Amazingly.
Who'd have thunk it?
And it's kind of going through the air elemental, you know, into the vampire.
And while it does 8 damage, the main goal of it was for me to hold on to the one end of the rope and start pulling him down.
Okay, yeah. So the axe sticks into the armor, finds a chink in the armor, sticks in there. It's now the vampire. Oh, actually, at the end of your turn, the vampire will use a legendary action to move. He'll move right next to Ares, and then it's Anton's turn.
So he's no longer flying?
No, he's no longer flying.
Okay.
Can
Anton
the
will.
air elemental do an opportunity attack?
I know this isn't fan service.
No, he cannot. The vampire moves without provoking opportunity attacks.
Oh, right.
That's the part of the legendary action thing.
Well, Anton is going to hit straight for Ares, lunging forward and then cutting to the side with his rapier. So if I use inspiration, that's only on the one attack.
It's on the first attack.
Gotcha. Sweet. Let's do that. Oh, bummer. Okay. Well, the second attack without inspiration is going to hit. I'm going to use my last divine smite. Let's see what happens. Some good numbers. Okay, 14, 22, 29, 34 points of damage.
34, very nice. How much of that was radiant?
3/4 of it.
Okay, sure.
Hold on. Sorry. The exact number would have been 21.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, perfect.
I'm not lousy, man.
You stab into the vampire. He doesn't even look in your direction, and he's focused on this sunblade that Ares is carrying. Clearly a weapon made to kill vampires. He's not happy with that, and so he's going to unleash a round of attacks against Ares. Okay.
I'd like to impose disadvantage on his attacks because I'm within 5 feet of theirs.
Is it the first attack or all of them?
Well, what does protective do for that?
Oh, my book's too far away.
You can use your reaction to impose disadvantage
Okay, so
on
one.
the
You
attack
can
roll.
do it on one attack because it's your
Sure.
reaction. So
Gotcha.
which one of these three?
The
Oh,
17.
let's do the 19. Oh, the
No.
17. The
Okay, well with disadvantage that's still an 18. So it's going to be 2 hits.
And I will invoke the cutting words on the 17.
Okay, roll it. It's an 18 now. It actually improved with disadvantage. Oh, it's 17, right, sorry. So, go ahead and roll it.
They can't all be 8s, so -2.
It's still going to hit.
My 20 AC turned out to be absolutely useless. Still getting hit left and right.
That's a lot of dice.
It is.
Ah. Right. Hit me with a
Okay,
best shot.
32 damage there. and I'm assuming you're not going to be able to beat a DC 32 concentration check.
Oh yeah, no problem. If I roll a 20, can I beat it?
I'll think about it.
Okay, can I use inspiration? 19, for fuck's sake.
That's fine.
Oh,
So basically, this vampire like flies down next to you, lands softly, and just swings a greatsword, and just this big greatsword hacks into you, and you're totally just knocked all over the place.
what was it? 30? How much?
32.
7. Sweet.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was its attacks. Let's see what it can do for a bonus action. It's got plenty of stuff.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic to hear. So I can die and go to bed. Is that it?
Right. It's actually no. It's gonna. That'll be it for now.
Oh, he's going easy on me. Thanks. Thanks, Lloyd.
So then it's gonna be Xin's turn.
Right, me. I don't want to get inside. I don't want to put everyone in danger with the concentration thing that I have going on right now. So I do the only reasonable course of action, which is I take out my darts, and I just throw 2 darts in there.
Okay.
Unless he's within 30 feet of me.
No.
Like, how far away is he from me?
I don't know. You can probably get to him. You'd have to move though.
Yeah, if I have 45 feet of movement, could I like go up a bit, make the wind punch, and like go back to Tully's place?
Yes.
Or no, not really.
You could. Yeah.
All right, then I do that, and he does a strength saving throw. And all right.
Strength
You
saving
have to
throw.
do it. Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
will.
you do.
Yeah, he's gonna make it.
All right. Then he takes half damage of the 3d10s, and he's not pushed or not prone.
Okay.
So you take half of this, so that is an 8.
Okay. No problem.
And I like go back to Tully.
At the end of your turn, he attacks Ares again.
I just wanted to check on the concentration saving throw is from damage, right?
Yes.
It's concentration checks from damage, or concentration checks are a Constitution saving throw equal to half damage or 10, whichever's higher.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so you
really?
actually made that concentration check, Sam. Wham. So, right, that'll be 2 hits.
I was muted. I made what save?
You made the concentration check.
So.
So your moonbeam is still active.
Oh. Great. That's good news. When I'm on 7 health.
So that'll be...
Wait,
50 points of damage this time.
all of those are hits?
No, the 2 doesn't hit. This is just two attacks.
11. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I'm dead. Way dead. Like,
Nah, you're not dead.
minus 43 health.
Right. If you,
I thought when you went past minus 10, you were dead.
No, that's
No, if it's minus, and if the excessive damage can reach a negative value of your maximum health.
right. So what's your maximum health?
68.
Right. So you're okay.
You're just unconscious.
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Yeah.
So then, after Xin, it's the air elemental.
So the elemental is within 90 feet of it, right?
Yep.
Are there people around the vampire?
Yes.
only the
Ares is
half
right next
dead
to it.
one?
Anton is right next to it.
Alright, so if it says that if this thing succeeds, it would fling it in a random direction, would it mean that it might fling it to them?
Yes.
Alright, then he just goes down there, he enters its place, so he basically is in the same place as the vampire. They occupy the same space.
Okay.
And as he's around it, he's kind of also he does the 2 slam attacks, which are +8 to hit. So it's one of them hits basically.
Yeah.
and that is a 2d8 plus 5. So it's an 18.
Okay, 18. Okay, at the end of that turn, the vampire uses a legendary action to grab or to unarmed strike Anton. So let's see how this goes. Okay, oh, he makes. I think he's gonna miss.
Wait, just to invoke a failed death save?
No, Anton, not
Oh, okay.
Ares.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So that's just going to be a 14, so he'll miss that. Never mind. Okay, then it's Tully's turn.
Alright, so as a bonus action, I will use Healing Word as a first level spell to give Ares a few hit points. Bah.
So 3.
No, plus it's my ability modifier, which so it's plus 5, so it's a total of 6.
Okay.
So 6 hit points. Congratulations. And
Minus 37 to go.
I will use Vicious Mockery on the vampire.
Okay.
DC 16 Wisdom save.
Okay, he fails.
Oh man, 2d4 damage. Go, yes. 6 damage
and
has
disadvantage on it.
Oh, and
Yes.
5 more necrotic damage. I don't know what he does with that, but
He's immune to it.
all right, fine, whatever.
Of all the damages you could have done.
Okay, whatever. So 6 damage, 6 psychic damage, and he has got disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay, sure. At the end of your turn, he tries to attack Ares because he's on the ground. So he has advantage, but disadvantage, so he just rolls normally. And he's going to do an unarmed attack.
Any attack if you're within 5 feet of an oh, he's conscious. I'm sorry. Yeah, doesn't matter.
So he's going to punch you, unarmed grab you. So make a. No, you're grappled. So he basically grabs you, picks you up, and he's going to do fucking 2d8 plus 4 damage.
So I'm minus 47 at the moment. Oh, 37.
You're back to.
There are no negative hit points.
You don't go negative.
Oh, so I was conscious again there for a moment. Okay.
Yeah, you were, and now you're unconscious again.
Okay.
And he's picked you up.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
After Tully, it's Yorick.
Okay. So, and he's on the ground level.
Yeah, he is now. Yeah.
Okay, so Yorick, the 4 Yoriks are going to stomp over to him, and he's going to try to surround the vampire. And he'll say, "You're not the only one with tricks up your sleeve." And he's going to try to grapple him at advantage with a luck point spent. So, let's see. Okay, first one is my luck one. Okay, so that's shit. Okay, brutal. Okay, so what? Can he beat a 16? It's his roll.
What is the stat?
Strength.
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay.
So he gets a.
With a 12?
He's got plus 5.
Ah, okay. So do I. God damn it! I was wrong somewhere. Okay, so failing that, which is a special action, that takes his whole action, yeah.
Failing the
grapple.
A grapple replaces one of your attacks.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's one of your attacks. Sorry.
Okay, so then he's just surrounded by these 4 Yoriks.
Okay.
Is he not like disadvantaged for grappling me over his head?
You've already been grappled.
Okay.
I had advantage anyway from the growth, so I mean, how much
Yeah.
more advantage could I use? I use advantage and a luck point.
That's killer. Yeah, he's got a 12 plus 5, so 17.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Ares, your unconscious roll death save.
D20.
Yep.
18.
Okay, so you have one success. At the end of your turn, he's going to fly 30 feet up into the air.
With me, or does he drop me?
Oh, he's bringing you with him.
Oh, great.
Tauren, your turn.
Okay, so he's not quite in the air yet.
Yeah, he's flown up into the air 30 feet.
Does he still have the rope on him?
Yeah.
I'd like to make a grab for the rope and pull him down.
Okay, go for it.
That would be a strength check, is that correct?
It would, yeah.
Have you used your inspiration?
Oh, that's a plus.
You have advantage for strength checks when you're raging, so.
Yeah, I've got that down, but I forgot that I had a bardic inspiration as well, so. 11, 14, 15. So that would be a 19.
Okay.
18, excuse
He
me.
gets 12, so you pull him down, not all the way down, he doesn't fall 30 feet, but he falls 10 feet closer to you, so you're like pulling, struggling to pull him back down, and he is pulling against you, but you've definitely made some headway. He's moved towards you quite a bit. So if you can imagine, he's got like an axe in the side and a rope around his foot, and you've got the two ropes, and you're like pulling them, and he's like trying his best to fly away, but he's having a tough time doing it. At the end of... Okay, then it's Anton's turn.
Okay. Anton is going to he's going to look at the vampire and he's going to say, "Not this time." And he's going to click his heels together and leap into the air and gain flight and circle around the vampire to the opposite side, basically in front of where he might be trying to fly to. Face him with his rapier, right level with him in the air.
So you have flying boots?
And I have boots of flying.
Nice. Okay.
So I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, "I told you, you're not going to be the first." Okay, it's my turn.
Okay. Then at the end of your turn, he's going to try and continue to take off into the air, higher, trying to wrestle away. Actually, he's just going to cut the ropes with his sword. That's what he's going to do. That's a much better solution. So he's going to get his sword and just slash through the ropes. So that's his attack action. Then he continues to move 30 feet directly up into the air. Right, that's his turn. Xin, you're next.
Wait, does he have enough hands to hold Ares and use a greatsword?
Oh yeah, he's got a stupid strength.
Does anybody's got Featherfall? That would be very useful right now. I guess not. So how high is he?
He's about 50 feet in the air.
He's at least as high as Tully is.
So whose turn is it?
It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, sorry. So he's 50 feet away from me. Is that correct?
Yes, he's 50 feet kind of up in the air.
Mm-hmm. Can I do the once again the epic jump air punch combo?
You cannot jump.
But I will.
20 feet
Yeah.
up in the air.
There's another guy who is kind of in the plan of sight.
Mhm.
All right. If I would fling a dart to him, would it be in danger of hitting Ares?
Yeah, It's possible. It's windy. It's raining. You also have to throw a dart pretty far. I don't know what the range on darts is, but you can try it.
Yeah, I could throw it at long range.
Mhm.
So basically, I ready an action that if he gets to within 30 feet of me, I would throw an air punch at him.
Sure.
That's what I do.
Okay. The elemental goes next.
Yes, the elemental goes right up to him. Once again, enters his spot and does 2 slam attacks. And you can wait for them because I remember that he has inspiration that I might use. He has +8 on the rolls, and I'm not gonna use inspiration. No.
1 hit.
So one of them hits. Yeah. So it's 2d8 plus 5.
Mhm.
So that is a 10 damage, 10 bludgeoning damage from the air
Okay.
element.
No problem.
Nobody attacks the air element.
At the end of your turn,
This guy's just flying around, chasing him.
at the end of your turn, the vampire flies off, so the tower is not underneath him, and lets go of Ares. So Ares will fall about
Can
270
the
feet.
air elemental catch him if I order him to?
No.
Because he's like right next to him if he flies up. Alright, it's fine.
You mean you could try maybe, if you roll an incredibly high dexterity save or check for the air elemental.
If the air elemental rolls an incredibly high dexterity check. Alright. I'm gonna try. Yes.
Okay, so it fails miserably.
He has a +5. It's a 6.
Okay. Flies up and drops the guy. Sam, your character falls about 270 feet down, and you take
Yes.
27 d6 damage.
For what it's worth, it maxes out at 20d6.
Okay, 20 d6 damage. So I'm going to say Ares, probably done for. The vampire laughs.
Yay. So am I just gonna like land on Sunblade and
You're just going to land on the ground, splat. You fall that far.
oh sweet. Armor like compresses. I become like a froob.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Sweet, well that's a good ending at least.
So, after that,
Sorry, I've had to move computer.
it's okay. Tully, you're next.
Oh man. How far away is he?
He's far. He's about 60 feet up in the air and 30 feet away from the tower.
Okay. Could I move to be within 60 feet of him?
Unless you can fly, not really.
Oh.
Well, yeah, you could. How far can you move?
25 feet.
Oh, then no.
I have short legs.
No, unfortunately not.
Alright.
You can like climb on me and we can go together. Because I'm one size larger than you if I get correct.
I guess I'm just stuck with Eldritch Blast. Or... Yeah, that's what I'll do. Go with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I'll only be
I'll
interrupting this
try
one
to-
last time, guys. Thanks for a good game, but my guy has been turned into puree, so I'm off. Alright,
Cheers, Sam.
good luck
Thanks.
with killing him.
Ares had a good go.
I'll let him make
Thanks for working with you.
I yell out to the monk, whose name I can't remember, to send the air elemental after the sword. And
Ooh, I tell it to I command the elemental to go there, so he will do that in his turn.
you 2 Eldritch Blasts will go up, keep you. Ooh. 21 to hit.
Mhm.
Yay! I need damage. Oh, it's 3 damage. Okay. And as my bonus action, I will give bardic inspiration to I don't know. I'll just hold on to it, I guess. I don't know who to give it to.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yorick, you're next.
Okay. Last luck point. Okay, this one was actually useful. So I'm gonna use the 17, which will be a 20, 23 to hit, or sorry, 22 to hit.
What are you casting or
A
doing?
spell.
Okay. Yeah, 22 hits.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So as they approach the edge of this tower, the four Yorks just start dancing and moving between each other, and then all at once they yell, and white light seems to come out in a plume from all of their mouths, and this is my highest level guiding bolt.
Okay.
Radiant damage.
Nice.
So. Mhm. Okay, so 10, 23 damage.
Okay. Doesn't look so good after that.
And Yorick will finish by saying, "Will you come and fight us? Why are you such a fucking coward?"
Because you don't get to be 3,000 years old by fighting like an idiot. At the end of your turn, he will... Let's see what he will do. He will move to hover over the tower again. So he'll move 30 feet back towards you guys, but still up in the air, 60 feet up in the air. And once he's moved... Oh, that's at the end of his turn. Okay, so then Ares is dead. Tauren, you're next.
Uh-huh.
I love how casual he was. Like, yeah, he's dead.
He's done for. He's dead.
So this guy's he's 30 feet in the air.
Now 60 feet.
60 feet. Oh, good. I like a challenge. I guess with my last any kind of ranged weapon, my last hand axe, I don't even think the hand axe has that kind of range. 60
I think
feet?
with disadvantage you could do it.
60. That's the long. I think that's the long.
Yeah, so
range.
long range means you roll with disadvantage, but you could try it.
So if I have advantage, and
It would cancel
disadvantage,
out. You would just have a normal roll.
then I will just have a normal roll, I guess. So that would be a 19.
That's going to miss. Okay. At the end of your turn, he drops down 30 feet. Then it's going to be Anton's turn. So
How high is he?
He's now 30 feet off the ground. He's moved 60 feet from where Anton was.
Is he in sight for me to use my ready action?
Yeah, he's actually near you, so you can... No, he's not. Sorry.
So
He's walked over or flown over to where Tully is. So, yeah, you could throw the dart.
So no, I mean not the dust. I ready the action to use the air punch when he's within 30 feet of me. If that's how ready actions work.
Yeah, sure, go.
So I can do it. So he does his strength saving throw.
Okay, he makes it.
Then he takes half of this. Ooh, he takes 10.
Then, at the end of your turn, he drops down another 30 feet. Then it's his... oh, Anton, it's your turn, sorry. I think Tom's having some connection issues.
Thomas.
Okay, I'll just go. The vampire moves down to where Tully is, and he's going to make an unarmed attack.
No,
So-
no, don't do that.
So that's gonna be a 20 to hit.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a lot.
You are grappled,
No, stop it.
and he's going to.
Shit.
Yeah, he's grappled you. Then wait, he moved. He grappled. Okay, then he'll attack you as you're grappled with a bite.
Don't bite me, bro.
19. That'll do it. Okay, so it'll be.
I can hear the vampire saying that'll do it.
12, 13, 14, 15 damage, and the vampire will heal for that much.
Oh, what a jerk.
So he grabs you and then just rips a big part of your throat out, and yep, he's still got you grappled. Then it's going to be Xin's turn.
And Thomas is back too.
Oh, Anton, you can go.
Alright, so you're in real trouble. He might like fling you up in the air, right?
He is, yeah. But Anton will go first because we skipped his go.
Great,
Oh,
sorry
yeah.
about that, guys. It literally feels like I'm battling the internet to stay in this game right now. So.
It's all good.
Fantastic. Could I get a just quick 2-second rundown on where the vampire's at?
Sure, the vampire has dropped down and has grappled Tully and has bitten him.
Oh, brilliant.
He's gonna become a vampire?
Okay. I'm going to surge toward the vampire. Hitting him in melee wouldn't break his grapple on Tully, would it?
No, I think the only way to get him out of the grapple is for Tully to make a check.
Okay, I see. In that case, I'm just going to go in for 2 swings. Okay, well, one of them's a crit.
Oh, nice.
That's good. So double damage?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so 13 times 2. 26.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
And pass my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he will fly 30 feet up in the air with Tully in his arms. It's just the shittiest tactic. Just dropping people off a tower. You can thank Heath Wanamaker for this one. This is his idea. So then after okay, Xin, your turn.
There's no way, even with a double jump length, that I can hit him with a melee attack and try to do a stunning strike.
You could try and hit him with a melee attack if you jump. Could you then you have to jump 30 feet up in the air.
Basically, yeah, but I have a key point to make my jump twice as high or long.
Okay. Yeah, you can try
Is
it.
that reasonable? And I have 45 speed. Yeah, so basically I jump up in the air, but can I perform like my full attack thing?
You get one.
So I get one attack. So
Yeah.
guys, it's
You-
all
you
on this
don't
attack.
think I don't think you'd have
What?
time to do a full round of attacks if you're in the air.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah. So basically, it's all on this attack. But basically, if I hit, he does a Constitution saving throw, and if he fails, then he is stuck.
Don't forget your inspiration. Not bardic inspiration, but regular inspiration.
I think he should use the inspiration to help fix his internet.
Yep, he's gone too. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm back,
There we go.
and
Excellent.
I didn't hit him. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you leap up,
And I use
and as you punch, he just dodges out of the way, and your punch just goes right next to him, but doesn't quite hit.
Do you still have the inspiration from before?
it's the elemental that has it.
Elemental has the inspiration.
Yeah, sorry.
The good old.
It would have been enough.
Okay, at the end of your turn, Xin, he moves backwards away from the tower and drops Tully.
I don't get it. He doesn't need an action or anything?
The air
Okay, no,
elemental
sorry,
is
actually, you're
currently.
right. You're right. Because it's a legendary action, he can't drop you, he just moves. Sorry. You're right. So he still has you in his arms, but he's moved. I forgot about that. Okay, air elemental.
Can I change his command?
Yep. Well, it
Alright,
hasn't
so
moved yet, so.
Yeah. So I just tell him to. So how much would he drop if let's say I killed the vampire right now? Let's say.
200 feet ish.
It's getting complicated. I can perform a whirlwind, so which basically means that he does a consider saving throw, and they will be flinged in random directions. So there's a chance that he would be flinged back onto the tower.
If there is a chance, a 1 in 8 chance probably.
Yeah, I know. I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, so the air elemental kind of goes below him, so that basically, if the vampire would drop him, he would drop him through the air elemental eventually.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. At the end of that turn, the vampire flies 30 feet further outwards.
But he cannot drop him yet.
No, you can't drop him yet. That's true.
And he has a flying speed of 90 feet. Yeah,
Very good.
yeah, that's too far.
Tully, it's your turn.
I'm not sure turn is the right word, but oh man.
Big tech.
All right. Can I use my action to just hold on tighter?
Sure.
So
basically, he'll have to grapple you to let you go.
Right. So I'll use healing word on myself for some minuscule amount of health.
Okay.
And then I will just hold on as tight as I can.
Okay, sure.
Oh yeah, 8 health.
So then it's Yorick.
Okay, so what the vampire might have not seen is that although it was struck by one of the blasts of light, the other three had coalesced behind it into one, and they're forming what looks to be similar to the antlered woman from before, but she has a long slithering body, something like a dragon. And this spectral force is coming at the vampire to just take this thing out once and for all. And even though it's holding Tully, and Yorick smirks, the coin flipping in his eyes, and he says, "We'll leave it with the odds." and I'm going to roll. Okay, I'm gonna use advantage. Or sorry, my inspiration, my one inspiration. Fuck. so basically, you can describe whatever that happens, but basically it doesn't hit.
Okay. So yeah, you just miss, right? So
Yeah.
The vampire, seeing the energy come for it, just puts out a hand and it stops, and then continues to hold Tully ever so closely. Then it'll be Torrin's turn. I love this. Torrin's just like, what am I supposed to do?
Yes, I believe up here in Canada we say "qu'est-ce que fuck."
Yeah.
He give you darts.
Thank you. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
So I'm standing there. He's 30 feet in the air, but 60 feet away from the actual tower.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Look, do you guys want to go for a pint or something? Because I mean, just hanging out. You know what? I've got nothing. You know what? Actually, I'll tell you what. Yeah, no kidding. So from my back, I pull what looks like a strange and beautiful looking flask. And I kind of look at him, I look at the flask, and I walk as close to him, like I get as close to him as I possibly can. I don't know how close that would be,
Sure.
like at the
Probably
maximum.
like 60 feet-ish.
Poopy. Well, we'll give it a shot anyway. And I unstopper the flask, and I whisper, "Geyser," and I hold it out, and this jet of salt water goes shooting out because this is my Hail Mary play. And I'm hoping that the running water is really going to fuck with his shit, which I doubt because, they're vampires. So,
Okay.
and at this point, I look back, I just shrug, and I'm like, I got nothing.
I love it. That's so good. Okay, so it's the water comes shooting out of this thing. I'm assuming it comes from like an actual source somewhere in the world, and it's like teleported magically into this thing and through it. Smashes into the vampire. It's running water. He doesn't know what the fuck to do. He stops flying, begins to fall with Tully in his arms. His power is negated by the running water because vampires cannot handle running water. And he starts to fall. So he falls about 30 feet.
Can the but he doesn't continue falling.
Well, he can only fall 30 feet around.
So is he still holding Tully?
Well, Tully's holding him.
Alright.
That's just very, very good, Taran. I like that. That's hilarious.
I can't believe that. I didn't even think that would work at all. Like,
No, I like it. I like it.
Why the dicks didn't I think of that sooner? Like, seriously.
So, Anton, you're next. Sorry, we're going to wrap up in a bit, guys. Yeah, we're nearly done.
Brilliant. No, Anton would actually be right on his heels. He has 4 hours of flying, so he's like right on this guy. 2 attacks coming in with the rapier, trying to take advantage of. Would a 19 hit?
No, it's a 20 you need.
Okay, that's 1 hit at least. So 11 damage.
Okay.
Okay.
The vampire now, like, pretty struggling at the moment. That falls through the air, like, totally unexpected of this. He figured, like, well, this is easy. I could just keep picking them up and dropping them. But apparently, somebody brought running water in a can. So at the end of your turn, Anton, he will like attempt to move out of this like torrent of water, and he will eventually like manage to pull himself out of it, but he'll fall another 30 feet downwards. What about Tully? What are you doing? You're hanging on to him still?
Yeah, like a barnacle, just.
Okay. So it's the vampire's turn. He's going to try and like wrestle you off him. So he's going to make a strength check. Okay, it's only a 12.
Oh man, I could theoretically do this. Let's go.
Oh shit! Unbelievable. So you just hang on to this vampire, and he's like, "Get off me!" And you're like, and he continues falling. But at the end of this turn, he kind of arrests his fall. The water stops. He manages to like, he's like falling this way, like whoa, and eventually he just stops and like comes to a stop and just like, what the fuck happened there? What the hell? And then the water, because it basically went out and then fell downwards, and it smashes into him, and he continues to fall. And Tully and the vampire will fall the rest of the way. And hit a bunch of trees, and then they'll go through the moat another couple of 100 feet down, and there's a cloud of
I want
dust
to try
that rise
to
up.
surf him on the way down.
Surf him. Okay, I'll let you roll for it.
Did I still have that inspiration from earlier?
Yep.
All right, I don't even know what I'm rolling, but
What do you think you'd use to surf somebody? You'd have to beat him in a strength check to get on top of him.
all right, whatever
Let's
it
do
is.
that. Oh, it's a 19. Pretty good. Oh, shit. So he gets a 17. You fucking did it. So you... Unbelievable. You, like, climb on... As you're falling, you, like, climb onto this guy's back. And you continue to fall. Eventually hit the ground. I'm going to say you probably get minced when you hit the ground. But he gets more minced. So guys, we're going to have to leave it there because it's like way later than I said it would be. It's supposed to be a 2-hour adventure and it went way over time, so I apologize for that. But you did defeat the vampire, very, very good. I will probably, I'll probably like run something like this again for newer players and stuff. So you're all welcome to come back next time. So people watching, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense, and see you soon.